truly.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Offensive Charm Podcast. I am your main host. I am Alex, let's just call me Jazz, and this is episode 121. Of course, I am joined, as always, by my dear beloved friends, Bear and Emirata.
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah. Emirata recently returned to us, by the way.
Yes. I came
Back, and
She got
how
better.
much we missed her. Bear wouldn't stop crying, just the entire podcast, just weeping. You could hear it.
Tears of joy, I'm sure.
They were tears of something. I've never been so happy. It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, chat. I don't want to tell you guys about this, but he's actually crying a little bit before we started too. Not sure what those tears were for, but
That's a different thing. It's been a hell of a week.
It has. Everybody be nice to Bear. He's been going through it. His back's
told
not
that.
feeling great. So
If I'm nice to him, he might think I don't like him.
Oy vey.
She's
Goodness
right.
gracious. Yes, and as a matter of fact, we did manage to get ourselves a guest. A little bit last second, but our friend here was very gracious in being willing to join us today. So everyone, please give a very warm welcome to Voss. Voss, would you like to tell the people?
However.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Blaphomett.
If you'd like to tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I previously known as Visago Colt, now Blaphomett. It's a goofy thing. I used to stream a lot over on Twitch, sometimes multi-stream to YouTube, but not much. YouTube hates me. But essentially, I don't really stream much anymore. I'm mainly active on X and just do pixel art nowadays, but no, I might do something here in the near future.
I actually really like pixel art, though. You should show us some of your stuff if we get the
Oh.
chance.
I should
Oh,
put
I
that
can.
in the. I'm gonna put that GIF you made for me in the thing so they
Ooh.
can see it.
Well,
Yeah,
what's
so
funny
put it up on screen for a sec.
is that little animation, that's actually not what I wanted to make for you as gift art, but it's now in mine, and I've been debating making the one I actually wanted to make. It's kind of funny.
I,
Involves
don't know, I just think
oh,
it's
yeah.
cool. So
or husband, I think, or yeah, something like that.
that's my husband.
Yes,
Mm.
I'll keep it as a until then.
Here it is.
Yeah, just a little squiddy.
There it is. It's in
Oh,
the.
look at it.
the
It's so
comics.
cute.
Just a
Hang on.
little
I'm putting it up. Putting it up for chat. So you can all see our dear guest's handiwork here.
That's the
oh,
low
there we
res
go.
stuff, not the big res stuff either.
We can zoom in a little. Here we go.
Unfortunately,
Yes, that's really cute, though.
anti-aliasing hates pixel art. Is the
Mm.
bane of
Hmm.
pixel art existence.
Yes, it still looks pretty good though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you still get the gist of it, and yeah, this is very nicely done. I like it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it makes
Thank you, Dalka.
Rada look so majestic and not like
And-
your normal self.
And I also dabble with game dev. I never completed one, but I fuck with coding a lot. I'm currently working on a app to generate text for a tabletop game, but that's
Ooh,
not here nor
yeah.
there.
Hey, we're all D&D players here, so
well,
I
it's
think
not
you yourself
D&D. It's
Oh.
old school essentials.
what's that?
So have you ever heard of old school Renaissance, like that kind of tabletop gaming? It's basically like old school fantasy, like original D&D, where kill shit, get loot, gain XP, level up. Although it's a lot deadlier. I'm not going to go too crazy autistic about it, but it's a lot deadlier.
I see.
And generally, running away is a very valid option. But I like
Okay.
it because it's a lot more straightforward if you actually, and it's very easy to run. It's so much easier than fucking 5e. And I'm forever DM.
Okay.
I used to run it all the time.
Yeah. I got a friend who's a forever DM. Couple of them. Well, I guess since they're kind of they've been taking turns lately on our D&D sessions, so I guess they both get to be players and DMs now because
They
they're
must be
two
so
forever
happy.
DMs that found each other. You know.
I wish I could find another DM to make me happy.
Well, hey, one day that other forever DM is out there somewhere
One
waiting
day.
for you.
And
Just
my
gotta
dad
keep
said
the
he
faith.
would like to be on the show one day. So
You said your
Ooh.
DM would want to be? Oh, absolutely. That'd be fun.
There's some
100%.
stories.
Oh, absolutely. We could definitely have some fun with some D&D stories. Yeah, I've been thinking, man. You guys know that that one channel? I think it's called Loot Goblin Marketplace.
No.
Oh, dude, you guys gotta check that one out because he like essentially the whole like angle of his channel is to cover like nightmare D&D stories of like problematic players and shit.
The drama D&D channels.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. And that one's pretty fun. There's been some great stories I've listened to like at work. And it's like, man, maybe we should react to one of those sometime. It'd be kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we probably
I
could.
got a few, but not really nightmarish, but some questionable.
I mean, if that's
players.
something maybe the chat would be into, we gotta put.
Nah, I'm not
once
gonna
we
go
finally
in that.
once we finally get the Discord server like redone so that we can have like a community area. Maybe we put a little like suggestion box, and we'll put in some of our own suggestions in there, have the community vote on it, see if it's something they'd like to see on the show. Yeah, or maybe as like a side thing on the same channel, right? Like we could do like a little alternate streams of like smaller ideas that we had, like maybe reacting to stuff or just like tier list type shit. All the little side things that aren't the main podcast. I think that could be a good idea. But like I said, we gotta get
finding the time for that.
If they demand it.
I
probably
probably could, at least, as far as, because like I'm thinking like things that maybe we do like sort of individually, kind of like I was doing Spark Notes, which I do want to bring back. I've been having a few ideas for like little like mini rants I want to do for Spark Notes videos for the OCP channel. So like just little individual things that we can add as additional content to the channel. Yeah.
Now I want to see us do shorts called Bears Daily Grumps.
I feel like the Game Grumps might come after us for that. Is the word grumps copyrighted? I don't know.
No, it can't be.
I know. But imagine if it was, though. Good lord.
Hey,
Anyway.
if they were different people, they would have. I mean, there was those guys that tried to, copyright React.
The
So
whole React.
Or call
Oh,
it-
that was a fucking that was a funny one. That was a great week on Twitter.
You should call it the Grouchy Care Bear.
Something. We'll workshop that idea. But at any rate, I suppose we should probably get into the actual show proper, shall we? First off, Rada, if you would do a little bit of housekeeping, tell the people about the things and the stuff.
I guess I can do that.
I would love it. Thank you.
So yeah, there's Q&A over there if you're on the YouTubes. At any point in time, you can drop a question there. We will answer them all at the end of the stream. But if you would like to torture Jazz, make him say something funny, subject us to something horrific AI, or whatever in the fuck it is you want to torture us with, you can actually throw money at us, and we will take your money and do the thing.
Yep.
That
Any amount.
we are bought. We are whores. We are fine with taking your money to do things.
If you want to torture them, make them eat the money.
That could be too. But all money you give us goes ahead and goes right back into the show anyway. So, yeah.
I mean,
that
it
way too.
is digital money though, so it's like I don't know how we actually accomplish that. I mean, this
Sure.
isn't like a Sony situation, Voss. We can't really do anything. Like
I forgot we live in the modern age, digital age.
Yeah, like motherfucker's gonna have us like Plankton with the holographic meatloaf. Like,
I mean, to be fair, you got people with their AI wives nowadays. So I mean, I don't know. What the fuck
that is
what you're
true,
doing,
and
shit.
we may be getting into that a little bit when we get into.
I know, I saw.
But before that, and thank you, Rada, for letting the people know about the stuff and the things.
Mhm.
We do, take this with our usual flow, starting with the weeks and what we've been up to as far as playing, watching, reading, etc. So, and I know Rada might want to tell us about her big fancy trip to Vegas. She's been having a lot of fun. So
Really not that exciting.
I'm already excited. All right, yeah. So, I guess we'll have to decide who goes first.
So, Barry.
Oh, y'all fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. Absolutely.
He is a grouchy character.
Just the pregnant pause right before. It's like a fucking high noon standoff.
I'm knowing he's not feeling well, but there's just that part of me that had to,
No fucking reprieve.
The high noon standoff of who has to talk about their week first that happened there for like a second, right?
It's not really a standout where she's already got the guns out and taking a shot. Look, I played some more Power World. I'm kind of end game grinding at this point, looking at the hard mode towers and just get some of those schematics done.
Same.
That's fun, but also it's a grind. It is what it is. I know I have to go in there and just kill a whole bunch of things a billion times to just start getting what I need. Other than that, I hurt myself this week.
Oh no.
To see if I could still feel. No.
Yeah, I do. Dude, I was gonna say it if you didn't. So.
What have I become?
No, on Friday I hurt my back and I thought I slipped a disc, but I started feeling better. It's too soon for that to have been the case, so I did something, and it had some very similar things. I wasn't really able to move on Friday or Saturday or Sunday or yesterday all that well. Today I'm quite a bit more mobile, but my entire just like from mid back down to my thighs is sore. Like I've been getting punched constantly for the last few days, which
the children
may have been more fun. So yeah, I wouldn't say I was strictly bedridden because from what I've read, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to get up every once in a while, walk around, and try to ease your muscles back into it. Yep. So I was doing that, but it was a lot of not having fun times. I've definitely been living on ibuprofen, acetaminophen, and ice packs for the last several days.
Yeah.
So that's been my week. It was wonderful. Rada,
being
what about Vegas?
Hell of a thing.
What about Vegas? Well, Vegas was fun.
Vegas?
Sheep and I took the 13-hour car trip down, and the first night was at a hotel in between, and that bed was awful. The next few nights was spent at the Golden Nugget downtown. We had, went out and had dinner a couple times, and went to the F&T meetup and saw Gary and everybody else. It was just kind of a hangout time. Can't say there were a lot of exciting stories. It was unfortunately extremely hot.
Yeah.
And the place they ended up having the meetup, while it was a nice place, it is also not very big on the inside, and the outside was mostly concrete.
Oh no.
So they did have some like fans with misters, but at about 110 degrees, that doesn't really help a lot, especially not when you have the excess heat of the cement radiating back up at you. And because I have fibromyalgia, my body occasionally just likes to decide it forgot how to deal with its own temperature.
Oh.
So about an hour into the evening, I started getting a little ill. And
Sorry to hear that.
managed to push my way through most of the night, and everybody was still lovely. If you have the opportunity to go to a meetup, I do recommend going to a meetup for whatever group you happen to be involved in. I mean, if you want to come to an FNT one, everybody will welcome you there. I know that for a fact because, they keep welcoming me, for the love of God. But it's nice to hang out with people who have some form of shared interest, even if you don't share all the interests. You can have an argument with somebody too, and just have some fun. You don't really get to talk to like the big guys a whole lot because, let's face it, there's like 400 people who also want to talk to them. So but you do get the fun of hanging out with just your fellow people. So I do recommend doing that. I didn't do any gambling or anything, so that wasn't anything special. Mostly just hung out with my husband and relaxed, except for the meetup, which I got overheated, but it was still fun, and that's what matters. So unfortunately, not a lot of stories there.
Doesn't need to be a lot of stories.
I mean, I guess I could tell you about when we were driving down there, and I got trapped in my lane as I was coming up on these very large piece of tire rubber from a semi that was in the middle of the road. And I had to drive over that. Thankfully, the car is okay. I think I managed to damage something on the bottom of it a little bit. knock it a little loose. But good other than that. The water heater did go out in the house last week too. But we got a new water heater. We now have a tankless water heater. So that was fun. And yeah, I've got to replace the AC in my car.
Always goes out.
It's always something, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to AC in my car, I've said fuck it, and I just windows down, rain or shine.
Yeah.
I do feel you though, because like last time I took my fucking car in just to get the oil change done, the lady I usually go to, she tells me, yeah, so the guys are saying you got to get your brakes replaced next time we do this. I'm like, fuck, because that's like because like a $500 charge right there. So it's like god damn it.
I've got to fix my AC. I've got to replace my tires.
Oh fuck, the tires, damn.
Yeah, so we actually drove my mother's vehicle down to Vegas as opposed to mine because of the tire thing. My
good idea.
tread was just a little too low for that. It was a really good thing we did that too, because there was, of course, rain on our way back. So, but there were also forest fires, which was also fun.
I mean, just in general, it's not a good idea. Like when somebody says, "Hey, your tires need to be replaced," it's not a good idea to drive for an extended period of time on those tires. And I do say this from personal experience.
Yeah, you don't do a 1,000-mile trip on a car that's
Hell, I was just like driving around my neighborhood a few times after like I was told that, and I'm like, well,
I did that in snow.
Well, there's a small pothole and my tire just fucking exploded. Now I did get towed by AAA, so fuck me, I guess.
Oh damn, that's never happened to me. I do.
Happened to me, and I will never make that fucking mistake again.
Yeah, I had shitty tires, and I was driving in basically snow. I stopped. My car was stopped, and I started sliding to the side of the road, about to go down. I'm like, I wasn't far from work. I'm like, nope, fuck this, not driving to work. Don't have a car. Calling it.
Yeah, understand that feeling. That was actually probably what was up last winter when I was sliding a bit. I probably needed to replace them then.
If it was bald tires, probably why.
Yay. So, yeah, that's I didn't get to play a lot of video games or anything, and I didn't really read much. I had to listen to my husband be upset about the fact that he couldn't play Power World.
Did he survive?
He managed to live, yes. I will say that about the time we got home at about 4 a.m. on Sunday, we did go straight to bed, but as soon as he was awake on Sunday, he booted up his computer and went and checked on his pals. So,
I make sure
man,
like
it is nuts, like just how much like drive to play that game he seems to have, because like I've been playing a shit ton of Power World too, but like even I'm just like I'm starting to peter out a little bit. It's like I kind of want to play different things now, And it's like this is me having only playing on like one account with one character while he's juggling 3, 4 or some shit. Like
I know, right? I know. He mostly focuses on the one server, the Hypno server that he's on. But I know he has others, and he would happily play more. So
yeah. I wonder if at some point we'll get back to that server me and him were playing on, but
I'm sure
it's
you
not
guys will if you talk to each other and organize it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try and reach out to him, I guess. He never reaches out to me. So
well,
the only reason he talks to me is I live with him.
Damn, that's crazy. But not surprising, to be honest. At any rate, sorry, go ahead. That's
No,
but that was that everything?
That was basically it. That was the whole thing. It was fun and all that stuff. Recommend doing that kind of stuff if you can. So
all right, fair enough. So I mean, I guess I could get into my stuff, or Voss, if you want to talk about your week at all. You can go first. I'd go first. Up to you.
Either way works, really. Yeah, so this week, obviously, as I mentioned, I'm trying to work on. I literally just started it Sunday. You'd be surprised, like with tabletop games, how much. Because the way I consider programs is they are these dumbest smart people. Because you have to be very specific about everything when you're programming, and you'd be surprised where you have a book open for like a tabletop game, and you just roll the dice. Like, okay, roll dice, do that, roll that dice. But then when you have to program and organize all the data, plus actually program the I'm almost done with part of it, but losing my mind on part of it. But
Yeah.
No, doing the programming, doing a lot of doodles lately. I've actually posted in the server when I first hopped in of having the good stuff. Yeah, in general, yes.
I see. Hang on.
Those are just
Let me give Chad a taste here.
yeah, those are just little doodles because I've literally done today because like at work I don't do shit during break, and so I'm like, you know what, I'll start doodling. This is on my phone, my finger. So and it's a very shitty program. You can't grab pieces and move it. You can't bucket fill or anything. It's just your finger. You have undo, redo, do with your finger, and if you close the program, it deletes it. So you have to kind of scribble.
I'm assuming you were just doing this shit with your finger. That's not bad.
Yeah, just doodling.
That's better than I can do with a fucking pencil. So
yes, I got the good thing. But no, doodling, doing the programming, and dealing with family. I'm not going to go into personal stuff, but long story short, I could be inheritance with land, but it depends on people not going crazy. And I cut myself trying to help them the other day, but you know, I had to climb in through a very tiny window.
Yeah,
but,
land, man. That's where the real money's at. It's having some land.
Yeah, it's just my family's fucking crazy, or at least on that side there. But
that sounds like what Roddy was doing with a while back.
Oh yeah, and also I've been getting back to some of my old passions. Like I used to play Smite a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't make a Smite 2.
They did make a Smite 2. I'm not going to spurg out over it like a lot. The long story short, they kind of mistimed it, but it's doing a lot better now, even though balancing is kind of hectic. But I'm dabbling back into that as well as a few other games. I'm eugenics, but so gaming, programming, dealing with family crap. That's pretty much my week.
Fair enough. That sounds interesting. As far as yours truly is concerned, I touched on a couple of things. For one, I went ahead and played a demo for a game called Double Shake. Now, this is a game at this point I've been keeping up with for, I think, fucking half a decade or something like that. I heard about this game a long time ago. But I recently found out there was a demo, and the way I found that out was because I was actually looking through my my wish lists on Steam. Yeah, just like going, see if anything's on sale or whatever, you know, all that shit. And usually I put in like, you know, a lot of indie creators on Twitter. They like to like put up a page to let people know. It's like, oh yeah, the game is gonna exist at some point. You know, just keep an eye on it. We got a store page up, and whenever it's ready, it's ready. And we'll let you guys.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Yeah, that's that kind of shit, right? But I saw it on the list when I was just looking through my wish list. I'm like, oh right, shit, this game. I haven't heard anything about this in a while. I wonder what the hell's going on. So I went looking for it on Twitter because I was like following the dev account, right? And what I find instead was like a post about like voice acting from a couple months ago. I'm like, oh shit, the game's gonna have like actual voice stuff. Oh yeah, that's cool. But I was asking, it's like, so wait, does that mean the project's not dead? Because I haven't like seen or heard anything from the game dev, and I went to look, and actually the fucking account is gone from Twitter. So I'm like, oh, what the hell happened? And then they're like, oh, actually, yeah, the creator just went over to Blue Sky. I'm like, I see. Well, I'm not gonna do that, but I mean, as long as the game's not dead. And then while I was looking at the store page on fucking Steam, I'm like, oh shit, they actually put out a demo finally, and I can try the game for myself, give it a little taste. So that's exactly what I did. And it's all right. It's pretty good. So the thing with this game is that it's very heavily inspired by an old, I think it was like a Sega Dreamcast game called Mischief Makers. If that name means anything.
That's Nintendo 64. I have that. I have the physical copy. That's a great 64? Game.
Oh, okay.
It's a really good game. It's a hidden gem.
Yeah, so this guy was essentially making like a spiritual successor to that. I never actually played Mischief Makers, but it also reminds me a fair bit of a game I did play a lot of as a kid called Klonoa. If that's another bit of a pull, but you may recognize that name. But yeah, it's a fun little game. It's very cute. It's very competently made, right? All the actual controls, the jumping, the grabbing, all that stuff. It feels good, and the world itself is fun to look at. Other than that, I don't have a whole hell of a lot to say. The demo itself feels like a pretty early build. You run around, you know, just grab some. You do some quests around town for the NPCs. Though what I did find kind of funny though, is while I was like exploring and looking for little like secret collectibles and shit, because like there's a game that kind of deals in that sort of things. Like, oh, there's secret areas you can get to if you're willing to jump off the side of the screen where the camera can't see, and shit like that, right? What I discovered while I was doing this is that like the game's whole gimmick is grabbing and throwing and all that shit, right? And you can do it with enemies, you can do it with like random inanimate objects like boxes, like you're doing it with the treasure chest right there. But you can also do it. Oh, also you can't swim. Like just straight up can't swim. Water is dead. Water's lava. But what you can also do is certain NPCs that are just like random townspeople can be grabbed and thrown and done whatever the fuck you want with. So there are some instances where there are like secret areas you can only get to if something nearby is grabbable. And some secret areas are right there in the middle of town. So the only thing you can grab that's nearby is another human being. So, you do what you gotta do. You grab someone, you fucking use them to double jump by throwing them straight down into probably death, because I don't know if anybody else can swim either. Didn't stick around to find out. I just grabbed the collectible and moved on. But there is room to just kind of go nuts and do whatever you want to do, really. Your character is described as slow-witted, but very strong and fast. So, whatever you, the player, want to do in that regard with those attributes, I guess is entirely up to you. But I did find that kind of amusing. It's like a little more player freedom than I would have expected from a game like this. So that's neat. But the game itself is pretty fun to play. It just feels like that old throwback to a bygone era of like mascot platformer kind of deal, right? And again, very similar to Klonoa, which I had a lot of fun with as a kid. Even played the remakes a couple years back on the Switch. So good times. Yeah, I recommend. Well, I mean, I can't recommend it because it's not actually out yet. But I mean, if that's the sort of thing you're into, old school platformers like this, keep an eye on it. Again, game's called Double Shake. There is a store page on Steam and a demo that you guys can try for free. So, yeah, up to you.
Well, I wouldn't say old school, those kind of platforms are dead. The Shantae series is still going on.
Dude, yeah. I was wearing my Shantae shirt yesterday. You have no idea. If I could move this green screen, you'd see like 3 different Shantae figurines just all around my room.
A great series, but they still have not topped Pirate's Curse. But when it comes to Mischief Maker, it's interesting because it was actually a Square game before they came Square Enix.
Oh, back when they were Squaresoft?
Yes, Squaresoft. And if this game wants to sell me and they're trying to get Mischief Maker feel, the only thing they have to do, the Mischief Maker had, and it was crazy, is there like take bosses for example. There are certain bosses in that game that I never knew. Like you can kill them in different ways. Like one's like, okay, they drop a rock, pick up a rock, you throw it out. Very typical game behavior. That'd be like a typical video game, whatever. What Mischief Maker does, yeah, there's that. But you can also like the boss kicks you, grab his fucking foot, flip him upside down, just body slam him into the ground. It's crazy. There's tons of interactions like that, and if they do that, then this game's good. I actually know my modeler, part of channel called Octoglitchy. She her friend that they stream with is a trio. She's obsessed with Mischief Makers, so I'm definitely going to tell her about this game. So
yeah, definitely. I don't know if there is anything like that in terms of like a boss fight situation. I
almost guarantee you if they are inspired by it, they will have something like that.
Yeah, I haven't finished the demo yet, so I don't know if there even is a boss fight in the demo to be done. But I'll definitely circle back, try to
play Mischief Makers.
Well, if I could, I may have. I guess I would look to do an emulator or something because like I feel like that's the only.
By totally legit means
now. Sorry, yes, I'm
totally legal.
I misspoke. By totally legal means, I will find myself a fucking N64.
N64 and Mischief Makers. I'll let him borrow my copy. That's how he's getting it.
Yeah, I would appreciate that, genuinely, if you're willing. But all that aside, yeah, fun little demo. It was cool. I got a couple other demos lined up that I want to check out. One that I think even Rada will be somewhat interested in. Not necessarily for the style of gameplay, because I don't know if you're into like side-scrolling beat-em-ups, Rada, but maybe for the sometimes okay. So maybe for the vibe of it. Then there's a game called Dungeon Lurker that I think you should look into. Very, very good sprite work and very like dark fantasy kind of setting with all kinds of horrific fucking monsters to contend with. So yeah, I know that sort of thing's kind of up your alley. Yeah, in fact, hang on, can I like? Actually, the trailer for this might just be up on YouTube. Let me see. Dungeon Lurker. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it goes out. And I just love the sprite work. Just looking at this, man, it's actually really nice.
Looks good from what I can see. I mean, it's hard to see because it's tiny on my screen, and on our little chat panel, it's fuzzy. Hold on, why is my?
You can actually full screen it if you click on the little square thing.
No, it's full screen. It's just on my end. If I look on here, it's like frame skipping. I have to look at the actual stream to actually see it smooth, but on stream it's small.
Oh.
So I can't really judge it as a pixel artist because it's hard. He's definitely using 3D with it. Obviously, it's not really anything extraordinary. But it is great. From what I can see, the sprite work does look good. What?
It's nothing.
Well, I mean, it's not extraordinary. Like, what I mean is, we're not surprised they're using 3D, but the sprite work is pixel art work is good.
I'm just kind of confused with what she's so giggly about all of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about.
It's just the way the it's nothing extraordinary caught me.
I mean, I guess it's the way I phrase it, because when I mean,
it's not things. So when you're involved in a type of art or something, and you see something and you don't really think it's all that great, you have that layer.
No, that's not really how I take it.
Might not have.
Well,
no.
Speaking purely as somebody who's just been a player my whole life and not a maker.
Oh, the art style is great.
This looks really nice to me. This looks. I don't know. It's got personality. You know, like it feels like it's got its own thing going on, and like obviously in terms of gameplay and maybe in terms of like general atmosphere, it's not anything that nobody's ever done ever. But like somehow it just feels like it's got its own again, not personality. What's the word I'm looking for here? Identity. Feels like it's got its own identity, you know? Like it's trying to go for something unique. In as much as you can with a game like this. But I dig the vibe. I dig it. I
do like it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try this out before next week so I can talk about it a little more in depth in terms of like actual game feel and whatnot. But yeah. Just in terms of the atmosphere and whatnot, I thought, maybe Murata would like this too. I don't know.
Because I'll say the biggest pain in the ass in game dev, unless you're making something very complex, it's not actually the programming, it's the art. Because there's, especially if you're doing frame by frame animation, there's so much fucking art and frame. I had a game I wanted to make for a long time, but then the character frames were so fucking like fighting game detail. It takes so much and so long where I procrastinated hell and just never did, even though I had it mostly programmed.
Gotcha.
But what these guys do here now, it still takes a lot of fucking work because they do use 2D sprites here for the characters. But 3D speeds shit up so fucking much. It really does. Because you just make textures and slap it on, and then you have the shapes.
Okay. I can't claim to know quite anything about that, but it is always interesting to hear about it from someone who does. So, aside from that, though, again, I haven't played this yet, but I will. We'll talk about it next week. I did find myself a bit of new reading material. A manhwa called Plaything, right? And this is how to put this. It was the premise that I found interesting because I discovered it on like a YouTube short because I was just kind of scrolling through them out of boredom and shit. And you know, sometimes I get recommendations for like manhwas or mangas or whatever, like just like smaller things that most people don't like blow up to the size of like Hiroaka or fucking Gachikute or any of that shit, right? But yeah, this one called Plaything is a interesting premise, I would say, in that the story begins with a girl who is being bullied by her peers. And unfortunately, it goes the way bullying goes when it hits the worst possible outcome. So Yeah, her part in the story is actually very short, but that's okay because the story isn't necessarily about her. It's about her father, who is very upset that he loses his daughter to bullying, and as a result, he comes up with a plan to target said bullies, and this plan involves sending in a proxy to the school to exact revenge. And this child that he finds, by the way, this whole thing takes place in South Korea because manhwa, obviously. But the child that he finds is a girl from North Korea who managed to defect and escape on her own as a 13-year-old from fucking North Korea. So as you may well imagine, this is not an ordinary child, and in fact, she was a lab rat, an experiment. And the result was what is essentially a human Terminator. Like a child that feels no pain or fear or shame and is several times stronger than a fully grown man. It's and shit gets very wild once this girl is cut loose to track down essentially the murderers. Because, dude, the way they go about like describing the bullying and what the original girl went through, like, it is beyond, like, the South Korean imagination scares me, man. Like, it is beyond anything I could have imagined in like my most sadistic nightmares. Because there is some like it's almost cartoonish, right? Like some of these things would no, that would definitely kill someone if you tried that, right? But it gets very wild in that regard. But of course, this girl, who's named Karma, by the way, a little on the nose, but yeah, her name is Karma. She is even worse. She's even worse than they were, and shit gets real crazy real quick. But the story itself actually ends up expanding a bit beyond just the revenge plot, because the whole thing is that a lot of the kids involved are children of like fucking mayors and like gang leaders and fucking company heads, executives and vice executives, all that sort of thing, right? So like once the parents kind of get involved with this whole thing, because obviously you do, because it gets real extreme between the kids, the plot starts getting a little more like political, a little more mind gamey, and it's been very interesting to follow, to be honest. I kind of just devoured the whole thing in one night, which is up to almost 80 chapters. I have a problem. I sometimes, when I just like get interested in something, I find it really hard to just put it down, even though I know I should go to sleep. It's like, oh, dude, it's 4 a.m. You should probably just save some of it for later. It's like, oh, what's gonna happen in the next chapter, though? But yeah, it did end up gripping me. So I found it pretty interesting. And there's also just that it has that weird catharsis kind of thing going for it, where it's like, man, it's kind of nice to see really bad people get fucked over by an even worse person. I don't know. You ever get that?
Yeah, me? No, that's a very common sort of feeling.
Okay, yeah. So and this fucking manga is just rife with that sort of Schadenfreude, I suppose. Is that how you pronounce it? I think I pronounced it wrong.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Schadenfreude, that's the one. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, very fun. Also, the art's pretty nice. The way the artist draws expressions, man. It also reminds me of when I was watching what's it called? Kakegurui. You remember the gambling anime? / manga? Yeah. Essentially, like Karma, the main character of this manhwa, is essentially the main character of that anime. And instead of like gambling, it's just sadistic levels of violence, right? But she's just like she's fucking wonked out in the head in very much the same way. So, and even does that thing where like the character's eyes kind of turn red when she's like about to go full on psycho mode, like Kakegurui did. So I'm kind of wondering, maybe there's like a bit of inspiration there, maybe. But it's a pretty fun read. So if you guys are interested in stories like that, I would recommend this one. You can give it a go, see what you think. Yeah, other than that, I haven't been up to a whole lot else. So you can go ahead and get right into the news, eh?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, then. Let's see. What did I want to start with? Oh, I feel like we should probably point this one out because it's a bit of a big deal. That there Spider-Man movie, that shit's popping off a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, a
I'm
little
surprised.
bit.
Sort of.
In a way that a Marvel movie has not in quite some time, actually. And what to make of that? Well, I'm sure we can get into that as we go. But man, damn! Like I mean, we knew it was going to be like successful, right? It's a fucking Spider-Man movie, and Spider-Man is still, the most popular superhero on Earth. So I don't think the movie was ever going to fail. But the fact that it's heading towards 3 billion worldwide is fucking nuts, honestly. And I still haven't actually seen the movie yet. I don't know if any of you guys have.
Nope.
Nope.
I've heard mixed opinions, but that it's mostly pretty solid as a Spider-Man movie. So at some point, I do want to get to the theater and actually see it for myself. But yeah, in terms of like just the actual straight up success of the film itself, yeah, like even blown past even what I thought it was going to. I figured like maybe a billion, like 1 billion, but like damn, 3 times that. That's fucking nuts. Let's see. Continues to perform like a movie without a box office ceiling. After delivering one of the biggest opening weekends in box office history, the Tom Holland-led Sony and Marvel blockbuster barely slowed down in its second frame. The film hauled in another 145 million domestically, giving it the third biggest second weekend ever recorded. I wonder behind which other two. According to Variety, Brand New Day now stands at an astonishing 655 million domestically and 167 billion worldwide after less than 2 full weeks in theaters. And at this point, the conversation surrounding the film has moved beyond whether it will reach 2 billion. Question is whether Spider-Man Brand New Day could become the first movie in history to gross 1 billion domestically, and perhaps even the first to reach 3 billion worldwide. Wait, would it be the first movie to hit 1 billion domestically, like ever? That's kind of wild to think about. Because I figured like something would have hit that before now. Like fucking, I remember like the first Avatar movie popped off pretty hard way back when. But I guess nowhere near that, huh?
I don't know why. Why does it seem kind of random to me? That's just some random Spider-Man movie that hits the record.
Well, I don't know. Because I feel like with a lot of Marvel fans, they've been having to endure a lot of garbage lately. Right? Just back to back to back to back. And then, again, you have Spider-Man, who is incredibly popular. Tom Holland, who does a pretty solid job playing him. And, just people... I think there are a lot of people who were yearning for just a good, solid superhero movie, right? And then, word of mouth travels after, the opening weekend. People hear it's like, oh, it's pretty good, actually. It's solid. It's like, and then everybody wants to go see it, right? So... it just kind of hits that point of momentum where it just explodes because people hear that it's not shit. Not that it's like the best movie ever, right? But that it's not shit because that's where the bar's at and where it's been for quite a while. So it's like, oh, okay, well, shit. Maybe I'll go and see and enjoy a superhero movie again. That would be nice, right? Like that's what I'm assuming is kind of sort of. I wouldn't say it's the full mentality behind what managed to like get this movie to explode the way it has, but I feel like it factors in,
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a very common trend recently, especially when these are more original works, but like the Backrooms and Obsession that came out, everybody's just glad to finally have something new and different. But because we went through a slog of fucking movies for God knows how long. I mean, I'm not much of a moviegoer myself, but I know there's been a big fucking slog of movies the last several years, if not longer.
Before like the Backrooms, Obsession, and what's it called, the Markiplier one?
Iron Lung. Actually,
Iron Lung. That one. Like before, I feel like before those three, and they came out like within relatively
same year, quarter.
But I feel like before those three came out, I can't remember the last time I had heard like about a movie popping off, like where people were like really talking about it, Because like people were talking about those movies and like positively, right? People will obviously talk about the really terrible movies quite a bit, right? You like something like the Marvels, like that. A lot of people talked about that, but it wasn't in a good way. But I feel like before those three, I can't remember the last time people were really like, hyped about a movie that was in theaters,
I can't remember when I was hyped about one.
Exactly, right? So I think you're right as well. Just like maybe just movie going in general, people were just looking for something that was worth going to theaters for, especially given like how much more expensive it is to go to the fucking movies these days, because everything is more expensive. But theaters especially, right? Because what's a fucking IMAX ticket go for? Like $30 or some shit these days?
More than you need to.
I'm kind of curious. Let me look that up.
Places we've been to for like backrooms and stuff, besides like snacks and shit, I think it was like $20 a seat.
Average
We don't even have an IMAX near us, so.
ticket price.
Wah wah wah.
Okay, average 20 to 25. Okay. Though specialized premium large format screenings like IMAX 70mm can average around $27.77. All right, so some are creeping up towards that $30 mark, and I'm sure the others won't be too far behind. You know, considering theaters in general have been having a fucking hard time, and you know, typically before they consider trying to offer a better deal to moviegoers, they'll usually observe the idea of, hey, why don't we just hike the prices up to cover the gap, right? It seems like that's usually the first go-to plan. So,
Also makes me on topic of bad movies, like with how much of movie theaters doing bad is because of the internet, and how much of it is because of just bad movies.
Mostly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It might be little column A, little column B, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously a lot of people, they prefer the convenience of just watching shit at home. And most shit, like as soon as it leaves theaters, will go straight to some streaming service or other, right? Fucking Hulu or Netflix or fucking Amazon Prime, whatever the hell, right? And then they can just, rent it for a day for like $10 and just watch it at home and not have to worry about any of that shit, right? So that's definitely, that factors in. But also just the fact that, like we've been talking about already, a lot of bad movies for a long time. So not a whole lot of reason to actually bother going out for the whole experience, right? If you don't feel like you're getting your money's worth, then why the fuck would you bother? Let's see. Worldwide, second weekend proved that the opening wasn't merely the result of front-loaded fan enthusiasm. Film earned another $145 million in North America, a number that would represent an extraordinary opening weekend for virtually any other movie. True. In fact, Variety notes that only one other movie released this year, Pixar's Toy Story 5, opened a more than Brand New Day just earned during its second weekend. Toy Story 5 debuted $159 million. Only 2 movies in history have ever delivered larger second weekends. Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Ow, my eyes.
How?
Ow, my eyeballs.
How? Like looking back at that movie,
know.
like how the fuck? Well, no, it's the second weekend though. They should have known by. They absolutely should have known by the second weekend.
To be fair, the number of people I have heard that said, they watched the first one and they thought it was okay, and until they watched it again, and then they started having doubts about it. And then a number of people who said all that, and then said, but then I watched the second one and I thought, these really aren't good. So many people watched the first one and were actually okay with it.
Yeah, because I think most people hadn't realized right away that it was just A New Hope, beat for beat. Right.
From what I know about those movies, I could be wrong, but I think it was the first one was beat for beat New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But as starting, I think on the second one they had a switch of writers or something, and it went from okay to worse. Directors, yes, and that probably is what screwed it over majorly, among other things.
Yeah, they had a director for the first movie, got a different guy for the second, then brought the first guy back for the third, and the two of them were like kind of shitting on each other's progression of story events between those 3 movies. So the whole thing ended up being a fucking ridiculous crapshoot of just random killed plot line. Well, it's like certain plot lines were made and then murdered because the other guy didn't want to continue what the first guy did, et cetera, and it's back and forth, all that nonsense, right? Like the whole thing. Good.
That's the worst part about it, is that when they sat down to do these 3 movies, they should have had the plots plotted out before even starting the first movie. Fuck whoever the fucking director was, but they should have had the plan for all 3 movies before they even gave it to a director. If so, the first movie was J.J. Abrams. The second one was Ryan. People call him Ryan Roundhead, but I don't think that's
Ryan name I don't care about.
Yeah, Ryan something. And then went back to J.J. Abrams. So Ryan.
And that's why it became a whole mess. But to be entirely honest with you, even if they had just had one consistent plan for all 3 movies, I don't think it would have turned out very well anyway. Like maybe slightly better than it did, because it's shit writing on top of a terrible plan, right? But it still would have been shit writing regardless, because like all of Disney Star Wars has been nothing but shit writing, with like very few rare exceptions, like Mando season 1 or what's it called? what's that one everybody says is actually pretty good, but no one watched because there's no
Oh, the
Jedis.
Andoran one?
Andor.
Andor?
That's-
Yeah. Andor.
People told me Andor was good, but most people just didn't watch it because no Jedis. I didn't watch it either, so okay.
Yeah,
didn't watch any of
I
them, so-
watched it.
No, but Spider-Man.
Yeah. Sorry, we went on a bit of a tangent there.
That's my little DM thing hinted in. I gotta reel it in.
No, you're good. I mean, to be fair, the article brought up Star Wars first, so
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
It just,
And then
I think it's because we all just hate it.
yeah, no, you're good.
It's
And then
always somebody
Avengers
else's
Endgame,
fault, Jazz.
147 million. No, it's always my fault. What do you mean? It's always my fault.
That's what I
I'm
said.
terrible at this. Wow. It also makes Brand New Day just the 8th movie ever to earn more than 100 million during its sophomore weekend. Is that what they call it? A sophomore weekend? I mean, I get it, but like,
okay.
yeah, no, they ever heard someone call it that. Anyway, for a film that began its domestic run with 355 million, holding well enough to produce another 145 million is remarkable. 655 million domestic and counting. Second weekend. That puts one of Hollywood's most untouchable records within sight. Star Wars The Force Awakens has held the domestic box office crown for more than a decade with 936.6 million. Yeah, that's wild.
Huh.
There are so many more movies that are so much more worthy of that. Like, and yeah, I mean, but it was Star Wars before Star Wars was ruined, right? It was the grand return of Star Wars after what, like a fucking. How was it? How long was it between Force Awakens and what was it? Revenge of the Sith was the third.
What year was Force Awakens? 2016.
Oh my god, it was the early 2000s.
No. I know Revenge of the Sith was like 05, 04.
And then I want to say the first.
Yeah, 2005.
Yeah.
Of them was like 2014 or something.
2014, at least 10 years, give or take.
Yeah, and then Force Awakens was 2015. Yeah, so just about a decade of no Star Wars content. Like a lot of people were probably chomping at the bit, just aching for some new Star Wars to watch. And it's one of the biggest franchises in history. So the fact that it came back after a decade, yeah, obviously that was going to draw massive fucking crowds. Even if the movie, if the movie itself ended up being pretty mediocre, right? So I guess that does make sense. But God, there's just so many movies more deserving.
I think we're primarily just reeling in from the later ones, but yeah.
I'm kind of curious. I'll probably have to look that up later to see like what exactly was the fall off between like the first to second and the second to third, right? Because the third was the worst of them in my opinion. God, I mean, both the second and the third of the new trilogy were garbage, but the third really just hammered home how shit it was. God, I always think of like the fucking reactions that people were filming inside theaters whenever they're watching the last scene of the third movie. Where it's like Rey who, and it's just like Rey Skywalker. Boo! Like everybody's just like fucking.
Say Rayman.
Dude, I was right there because I went and saw it in theaters too. Now, because at that point I was like too much invested to just not see what would happen, right? But I didn't want to be a stereotype, so I didn't actually boo out loud, but I was thinking it. I was thinking it very loudly. So that's where I was.
That moment not to be a stereotype.
Yeah.
Look, you get a pass there, man. You get
I should. The B pass.
I mean, when the white people were yelling, you would have just blended in.
Yeah. Or no, you would have started the cascade. Everybody else be yelling too.
Fucking hell.
But Spider-Man.
I should.
But that's quite the special pass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Next time. Next, if they ever try to do another Star Wars, actually, shit, I already missed my chance, didn't I? Because they did Mandalorian and Grogu. And I hear that movie was garbage too. So
why do you do this to yourself?
I don't know. I have taste, and I don't want to spend my money on trash.
But you keep passing up these chances where you could just be yourself, and people wouldn't.
Well, not anymore.
Black.
I don't want to spend my money on trash anymore, Bear. All right. Yes, I did buy a ticket. I did buy a ticket to Rise of Skywalker, and that was my mistake. I am sorry. I apologize. Right. This is my press conference, chat. I am apologizing for spending money on Rise of Skywalker. Let the record show. God damn it. Anyway, let's see. It would ordinarily represent an enormous amount of money for a film to find during the remainder of its theatrical run, but there is very little ordinary about the trajectory of Brand New Day. The movie has already generated nearly 70% of The Force Awakens' entire domestic lifetime gross in less than 2 weeks. If its legs remain strong, the possibility of Spider-Man becoming the first film to reach $1 billion domestically can no longer be dismissed as fantasy. We need another $345 million from this point. That's tall order, but after $145 million second weekend, it's suddenly a conversation worth having. The actual numbers may be even more impressive. After opening to $930 million, it has now reached $1.67 billion worldwide, meaning the film added roughly $738 million to its global total after its opening weekend. Yeah, that is fucking nuts. Did they actually reach the $3 billion? James Cameron's Avatar currently holds a worldwide box office record with approximately $2.9 billion, though that total has been accumulated through its original theatrical release and multiple subsequent re-releases. Well, that shouldn't fucking count. You should only count the first release. That's bullshit.
I mean, to be fair, if it beats the first and the re-releases, that says even more.
That would be pretty funny, yeah. That's a fair point. Avengers Endgame sits behind it at roughly $2.7 billion, also boosted by a later theatrical expansion. Oh yeah, wasn't that like recent? Because they were doing they did the re-release of Endgame with like additional scenes to roll into Doomsday, right? I feel like we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
I watched any of that series of Marvel movies, so I have no idea.
I mean, I've been picking and choosing since Endgame. That's the things I'd actually bother to go see or watch on like Disney Plus or whatever. And usually, it was like it's morbid curiosity that drives me to watch some of these things. Like I ended up watching all of She-Hulk, right? Because I had to know, right? Like this is way back when it's like we were just starting to get a taste of how shit Disney Marvel was about to become, right? And I was seeing videos by guys like Drinker and Disparu and all that shit about She-Hulk, and it's like there's no fucking way it can actually be as bad as these guys are making it out to be, right? There's no way, right? So I fucking yeah. That's like I sit down and watch myself. I'm like, oh god, wow, they were Oh, all right. You know what? Fair enough. I'm gonna start believing. Is that one meme of that kid from fucking Meet the Robinsons was like, yo, fuck doing my own research. I'm gonna just start believing niggas. Because, like, honestly, when I watch She-Hulk for myself, I'm like, yeah, you know, I shouldn't have wasted my time looking at this. I really shouldn't.
Honestly, I don't know what it is, but you kind of like just, at least for me, I don't know how it is for other people, but like you kind of just like see the trailers and just get a very solid sense of whether it'll be decent, even if it's like a hidden gem situation. Like you can tell like if it has potential for even hidden gem status just by seeing what they prioritize showing you.
I mean, I feel that way about so many things right now. What people show you tells you the most about what they want you to get out of it. If a movie trailer is showing you nothing but the funny parts in it, then that movie is probably not going to be very good because they just showed you all the funny parts.
Oh god, was it Kangaroo Jack? If I was, they thought a talking kangaroo, and he only shows up for like one fucking scene the entire movie.
Yeah, so you're watching this whole thing, the whole movie, thinking there's gonna be a fucking talking kangaroo in this movie. Where the fuck's the talking kangaroo?
Psych.
That was infamous.
So yeah, I mean, the same thing with game demos and everything. You can tell pretty fast. There's two main things I used to tell myself if it's good: what they show me in a demo or a trailer, and how long it's taken for it to come out. The longer if it's a sequel in some kind of series or something, the longer it takes to come out, the less good it's going to be.
Yeah.
Sounds all right
really
to me.
Sounds like any devs with scope creep.
Yeah. Though what I'm wondering is, you know, with Disney Marvel itself, like their whole studio and everything they've been through in the last about a decade or so, are they gonna like get a big head over this when at a point of time where they really, really shouldn't?
I was literally going to say the exact same thing. Like, what trend are they going to try to chase after this movie? Because it always happens when this shit goes on. Every time.
Yeah. Because, like, yeah, and it's like, this is a massive, incredible success for them. Like, where they haven't seen one in quite a while, right? And, but with everything that's coming out after this, right? Because what do they have on the roster coming out? Like, obviously, they have Doomsday, and I think there were like a couple of others that were floating around as like projects that are currently in the works and maybe set to release soonish. like maybe sometime next year. Fuck me, all I can think of is Clayface, but that's DC, and that's a whole other bag of worms. What else was
actually
Marvel
excited for
planning
that
to
one.
do? Really?
Yeah, he thinks it's gonna be a good like horror type flick.
Wait, which one?
Huh.
Clayface.
He
I didn't know that was a
compares
thing.
kind
I
of
mean,
to,
fingers crossed.
At least when he was trying to get me excited for it, he was talking about the Invisible Man.
Was that also a DC thing?
No, but he was comparing it to like the mood and all that.
Gotcha. Let me see. Upcoming. Upcoming movies and shows. So yeah, obviously Doomsday. Respect. Vision Quest. Oh yeah, that was a. Because I think wasn't Vision Quest supposed to come out like sometime right after WandaVision?
Yeah.
It ended up getting shelved for like several years instead.
Which, as is tradition.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's apparently due out this October, actually. So we'll see what we know. October 2022, report surfaced of a potential series starring Paul. But yeah, so this was back in 2022 that they were first talking about putting this out. And here we are like 4 whole years later when it was supposed to, again, roll right off of WandaVision as, kind of keeping the story going with those two, right? But yeah, things were very hectic during those days. I can imagine. Right, Black Panther 3 is apparently a thing that's happening.
But they got rid of all the black people stuff.
Wait, that was a 2?
There was a
You
2,
know there
yes.
was a 2? Yes,
Yeah,
there was.
No,
Namor,
I didn't know there was a fucking 2.
Yeah,
you didn't know about that?
The wetback.
No. There's probably a
Oh my
reason
God.
for that.
Yeah, that shit's so funny. So, dude, Voss, the most hilarious thing about it is that with Black Panther 2, they kind of leaned into like a sort of Mesoamerican Mexican thing for Namor. And in the final fight between him and Shuri, who was Black Panther in that movie, because obviously T'Challa was... I mean, they killed off T'Challa because Chadwick Boseman passed away in real life, right? So they had Shuri fill in as the Black Panther. But in the fight between her and Namor, she wins by like turning on a fucking like jet turbine and essentially drying out his back.
Well...
You say essentially. It's not even essentially. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It's not an essence, is literal thing that happened.
Yeah. His power was concentrated in his wet back. And
Well then.
Oh fuck. But I do think, if I remember correctly, Black Panther 2 didn't end up doing all that great. Like I don't know if it like did it didn't like crater did, but it was just kind of.
I didn't hear about it. It didn't do well.
It did okay. I mean, it didn't burst any box offices. I think it probably made money, but it didn't like.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Not nearly as well as
they
the first
wanted
Black
it to
Panther.
do.
Yeah, and not nearly as well as the first Black Panther. So in terms of
Right.
like a Black Panther 3, and it's especially weird, right? Because like the whole thing with this one is that they're bringing in this new actor. I don't remember this guy's name. Here, this guy. David Johnson. Will take on the
Does it
role
look
of
like my
T'Challa's
husband?
son,
I mean, they all do.
Toussaint. I mean,
holy shit.
if your husband worked out a little more, maybe.
Look. Oh, okay.
But
yeah, I see.
So,
that.
but yeah. So, but like the whole weird thing with this though is that like, because how to put this, like T'Challa was having his romance with this, like his son's mother in like the first movie, right? Like they had just gotten together at that point, and then like in the second movie, Shuri meets her nephew, and he looks like he's about like 5 or 6 years old or something. And now we're going into this third movie, and like Shuri still looks the same. Obviously, they're going to use the same actress, but then they got this guy to be T'Challa's son, is like a full-grown man. It's like, how the fuck did this kid grow up quite this fat? Like, what is the timeline here? How does this work exactly? Like, are they gonna like digitally age up the actress who plays Shuri to like make this kind of make a little more sense? Or
Don't you know good black don't crack?
I fucking
I'm
guess,
just
but
imagine the kid popping up, like, "Hello, mother."
yeah, because like, hang on, when was Black Panther 2? It was not that long. It was like what, like the year before last, I think.
Oh, it was
me see.
longer ago than that.
Was it? Hang on.
Yeah,
think
it had
so.
been at least a little bit longer than that.
2. Oh shit! It was 2022. But still, like, it's been 4 years, and the kid looked like he was fucking like. It's been 4 years of real time, and the kid looked like he was fucking like 5 or 6 years old in that movie.
Well, but since when do
So it's-
movies go by real time?
I know,
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's like there's
special
other like
Wakandan aging techniques.
we're still talking about like a cinematic universe here in which like a bunch of other characters also exist. So are we just aging everybody up to get this kid
Well,
up
I
to the
mean,
age
how
he's got to
much
be
time
to
happened-
actually be T'Challa? I don't know. It's just
How much time
Yeah,
happens
it's a
between
lot.
the snap and the bring back?
Oh,
no, that's actually a good question. But then when did Black Panther 2 take place though? Because I thought that was also kind of after the snap,
I think.
right?
Yeah, I don't know about that part, but
And as
I
far
mean,
as
I would
like, how many
imagine
years?
3 would happen after the bring back. So,
Let's see.
and I mean, not to mention, let's be clear about this. This is a multiverse thing. So for all we know, this is just an entirely different universe in the multiverse. So he's older in this one.
I fucking guess so. Apparently, as far as the AI overview was telling me, it was 5 years that the like snap occurred, which makes yeah. So I guess maybe that, but even then, it's like this guy looks like he's in his fucking like I don't know late 20s at least.
20-year-olds play teenagers all the time.
I guess. I mean, hell, fucking again, Tom Holland exists, so fair enough on that one.
Fellow
There's that.
teenagers.
I don't know. It just
okay,
feels
so
it
you-
feels a
you say
little
that.
weird and time crunchy.
Did you
I
ever
don't
see
know.
Beverly Hills 90210 back in the day?
I
Yeah,
did not.
that's what I
actually.
think of
did
when
not-
I think of
Okay. Well, either way,
it was-
all this aside, like all the technical nonsense shit aside, I just don't feel like there's a whole lot of interest for like a third Black Panther film, considering it didn't seem like again like the Black Panther 2 ended up doing okay, but it's like with the general downturn of interest in Marvel as a whole, like I don't know, man. Now I will say that the next one coming up, Ghost Rider, will probably be all right because they got fucking Ryan Gosling in there, and people love Ryan Gosling. So
like
I think
Nicolas
that one will
Cage
be.
better.
Well, I mean, he's probably a bit old now to play the role. So
He's Nicolas Cage.
There-
He's never too old.
how old is Nicolas Cage
I
actually?
don't
Is
know,
he
he
like in
can't
his
be that
50s
much
or
older
something?
than Ryan Gosling.
He's gonna be like in his 50s by now, isn't he? Hang on, I'm looking up so much shit.
I mean, Ryan Gosling's got to be at least in his 40s.
I think he's in his
Nicolas Cage is. Oh my god, he's 62 years old. Actually, you know, looking at this
45 for,
looking at this
Gosling.
picture of his looking at this picture of Nick's face, I can see it. I can see the 62 years old in his
Okay,
fucking
hold on.
face.
So
You know,
you
fair
say
enough.
that.
Mhm.
Did you ever see the second Ghost Rider movie?
I didn't know there was a
Nick
second one. Was
Cage?
he in that one?
Oh yeah.
Was that the one
I
where
didn't know
like
there was a
he
second,
meets like the
again.
older Ghost Rider who like rides a fucking horse?
No,
instead
that's
of a-
that's the end of the first movie.
Oh, was it?
I did
No,
not know
I
there
did.
was a
I
second
did
one.
not. I did not see the second.
Oh no!
I didn't know
no,
either.
No. You need to go and see it. It's Spirit of Vengeance. It's
Mm-hmm.
Nick Cage being Nick Cage.
Well, I mean, that's all of Nick Cage's movies, to be fair.
Yeah, well, you have either like a serious actor Nick Cage where he's doing
Mhm.
really well and he's not on drugs during the filming, and then you have Nick Cage where he's on drugs during the filming,
That's
and
my favorite Nick Cage.
that's Ghost Rider 2. There's definitely like a minute long a scene of him like hooting and hollering and screaming,
Mhm.
and I don't think it's actually part of the movie. So it's
I-
amazing.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine so. But yeah, I don't know about that one. Ghost Rider again probably be fine. Apparently, Armor Wars is going to be happening at some point. According to Feige, Armor Wars will be Tony Stark's worst fears come to life as bad actors get a hold of some Iron Man tech. Only Colonel James Rhodes, Don Cheadle, aka War Machine, be in position to stop them. Oh, we're not going to bring in
I
Ironheart
don't
for
think
that
that's
one?
happening.
Ironheart's not coming through? No? Okay. Okay, all right.
No, they got their one black.
Yeah. Also, didn't Pepper have a fucking suit now too?
Mm.
She did in Endgame.
Yes, she did.
Hmm.
It
Oh.
happened.
I mean, obviously, I get why they want to focus it on War Machine because like War Machine is the most popular Iron Man armor person aside from Tony himself. So that would be the smart move. And obviously, people were clamoring for a War Machine, like a movie, a show, something for a long time now. So,
well, there's that, and also the fact that out of all the actors that you've named there, Don Cheadle's the lowest paid.
Ooh.
And he requires the least amount of money to put in the movie.
Yeah, fair enough. Thinking about it, I guess War Machine didn't really get a whole lot of screen time in like any of the things he was in, was he? Did he?
No. No.
At all. Lester took to his Instagram stories to clarify that it is still happening. This was in 2022, though. Marvel and Disney subsequently announced the project would be a film instead of with Lester staying on to write the script. Little has been said since about, though, so it may be one of those quiet cuts Marvel made in the last few years. Any mention of the project was also missing from the 2026 SDCC presentation, suggesting the story may never come to light. Okay, so yeah, I think it was Rada or Bear. One of you guys just said that this is probably dead.
Yeah, I don't.
You're probably right. You're probably right. It sounds like you might be right on that one. And then what we know is dead for sure. Fucking Blade. This movie, like the amount of times this fucking project got probably like behind closed doors, torn apart and stitched back together, and torn apart and stitched back, like over and over again. No, this shit is absolutely just going to die. If it does come out, it's going to be this horrific fucking Frankenstein project that is going to be awful, almost certainly.
It's a shame. I remember liking the older Blade movies.
Yeah,
if it was going to be the older Blade movies, just redone, it would be amazing. But that's not what it was going to end up being.
Yeah, it's all they had to do
at all,
and they just couldn't. Goddamn shame.
Yeah. I need to rewatch those movies.
Same, honestly. I want to do that too. They fell apart. Maybe let's see. Snipes was correct when he said there will only ever be one Blade in Deadpool Wolverine. Yeah, everyone always uses that fucking clip whenever anyone talks about this. It's that same fucking clip. But he was right. For God bless him, he was fucking right. And then Shang-Chi 2. I mean, guys, do we even have to? Do we even have to say anything about this?
That's right.
All right, we'll just go ahead and skip past that. The X-Men. Okay, so we kind of skipped over this when talking about Spider-Man, but like, okay, people saying it's a great movie. Right, there's been mixed opinions, and the movie itself has been called a mixed bag by a few people. And like the big part of the mixed bag that is usually the issue that they point out is Jean Grey and her, being introduced in this movie as like a soft boot for the X-Men in the MCU, right? And the whole thing where like in the movie she's essentially just not a misunderstood hero or a tragic anti-hero or Deuterogan, whatever the fuck, right? No, straight up villain shit that she's doing in the new Spider-Man movie, like killing people, mind raping people, all just horrible fucking shit. Like people already probably all saw that clip of her like walking a guy into a car to make him get run over and all that. Just all kinds of horrible shit, right?
But so she didn't kill anyone.
That guy is dead. Fuck off. As fast as that car hit him, he is dead.
Yeah, but
that guy's fucking dead.
Stop hitting yourself.
Somehow. Magically.
Yeah, so I am I'm a little worried about what might go on with the X-Men as a whole, right? In an X-Men in an MCU, Disney MCU X-Men project. I really am concerned. Because if that's what they're leading with, Also, I'm kind of wondering, it's like, as far as the X-Men's own like series of movies and whatnot, like, because I know they're bringing back a lot of the actors from like the original X-Men films for Doomsday, right? Like they got the guy for Cyclops, they got what's his name, Professor X. What was his fucking actual name again?
I
God damn
want to
it.
say
I feel
John
like I know
Card, and it's not.
No, but yeah, I get why you would say that though. I can't remember his fucking name, but that guy, the guy who plays Magneto. Like like a bunch of the people are coming. They got the Mystique actress back. They got all those guys for fucking Doomsday. But again, like, because it's multiverse shit, I guess they could
Patrick
go,
Stewart.
and they probably should go with new people for, and especially since obviously the actress playing Jean Grey looks like they're doing like young
Another
adult
reboot.
Jean Grey.
Yeah,
Right.
actually, I don't understand why they're not going to go with like James McAvoy and co for Xavier and Magneto and stuff, like the first class
The first class crew.
actors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think they're actually now at the age where they could be appropriately playing Xavier and Magneto.
Those characters, yeah.
for the sort of time period they want to be setting the rest of the X-Men in.
For Doomsday or for like the whatever new
for
like
post
X-Men
that,
movie?
for at that. Not
Okay.
Doomsday. Doomsday's weird.
Well, Doomsday is going to be the grab bag of fucking cameos to like try and to try and sell as many tickets as possible, right? Because they's like, oh, we put enough cameos in there, that'll do, right? Because obviously Spider-Man, Brand New Day's crushing it, and they got fucking Punisher in there, they got fucking they got Jean Grey, obviously, they got the Hulk, and Yelena for some fucking reason is also in the movie.
Yes.
I don't think anyone really cares about that one, but she's in there. But yeah, so like just like the idea of like, oh, if we can get as many cameos and like actors people like in there as possible, those will sell the tickets, right? I feel like that's definitely going to backfire in terms of Doomsday. But if that's the direction they're going to be going with like future projects as well, I don't see that going too well. But well, let me see here. Also, although considering the success of X-Men 97, is X-Men 97 successful? I heard like it wasn't actually getting a whole lot of viewership.
It's mixed.
Like season 2 has been like down with viewership from season 1. That's what I heard at least.
Yeah, but that's not unusual.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, but it is like indicative of like a slowly declining interest in X-Men. So I don't know.
It's not a good thing.
It's not. It is not. Towards the end, summer 2026 project still in the works with Schreier and screenwriters like Lee Sing-jin and Joanna Callow. I don't know who those people are. We also had the first actor solidly attached to the film, Samara Weaving, as according to Deadline, Emma Frost. I did see the picture of the actress for Emma Frost. That was a solid casting. At the very least, they didn't fuck up there. So,
yeah,
she's fine, man. I'm just telling you, she's hot.
It's a little shocking that they were going for someone who wasn't, horrific.
Well, who knows? Maybe they're looking over at Marvel Rivals and being like, huh. So that's what sells. You know what I mean? Maybe. Ryan Coogler's Wakanda set television. Okay, moving on. Untitled Okoye. Wait, them? They want to do a whole series about? Really?
This is another one where I don't think it's actually going to happen.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
I think this was something that was talked about, and then they're like, oh, wait. We'd have to actually, hire these people.
Yeah.
And do things with them. And it's, no, I don't see it happening.
Untitled ScarJo project or production. Black Widow is dead, and they already did the movie they were going to do with her after she was dead. So why are we doubling back again? Would be my question. Also, wait, Johansson's involvement in Marvel is somewhat surprising as she sued Disney over the Disney Plus premiere of Black Widow earlier this. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I heard that story. Yeah, that is weird. Why the fuck would they want to work with her again if she literally fucking sued them? That usually sours the relationships for things like this.
It does usually.
I guess, man, but at the same time, it's like, because like if fucking Kevin Feige got all pissy with the Hulk showrunner over that whole hat thing, like I would imagine something like this would have been like even like much worse than that. Well, though at the same time, I guess ScarJo is ScarJo, and that bitch is like a no name. Who gives a fuck, right? So maybe. But did you guys hear about that, by the way? That whole thing with the hat bit from She-Hulk. It's a story that came out recently. Oh
no,
yeah. So. Yeah. So apparently, the lead writer, that Asian chick, I forget her fucking name, for She-Hulk. So at the end of that show, they did like a bit where She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall and like goes to like actual real life Marvel Studios and finds a fucking robot named Kevin. Right, very pretty fucking obvious. And apparently, she wanted to put a hat on the robot, which looked just like the hat that fucking Kevin Feige always wears, right? And he was like, no, that's a bridge too far. You're doing too fucking much now, right? And apparently, like, she was so like hung up on this that she threatened to resign. And Kevin, in response to this, is like, all right, fuck off then. So, and apparently somebody else who was like kind of working with the both of them on the show managed to like find a bit of a compromise by like putting a little like metal lip above the eye of the robot that kind of looked like a baseball cap, right? But apparently after the project was done, they just kicked her ass to the curb, and that was it. Like she's not credited on anything Marvel related after that point in any regard at all.
Oh, gee,
So,
I wonder why.
We don't live in a serious world.
We don't. We really don't. But it is funny to hear about like that's why she just kind of disappeared from Marvel's roster, right? Because she was literally just being a fucking bitch. Oh my god, that's really funny. And the thing, like he let her name the fucking robot after him, but that somehow wasn't enough to like get the bit that they were trying to do across. So it's like, yeah, no, we get it. It's supposed to be like the robot controls all Marvel Studios. Its name is fucking Kevin. Yes, we get it. It's supposed to be Kevin Feige. But like you really gotta have the hat on it. It's that important, really.
Some people are, kind of
People
dumb.
write what they know, and obviously she was aware of the fact that she wouldn't understand without the hat.
I fucking guess, man. Like it honestly, like the thing that comes to mind almost immediately is the whole thing with the Needler in the new Halo game. Was the campaign involved? Yeah, bro knows what I'm talking about. With like the fact that like they have like fucking 6 different ammo indicators all around the gun. When like the whole fucking point of the Needler was that you can tell how much ammo it has because of the physical fucking needles sticking out of the top of the gun. You can see them. So maybe you're onto something there, Rada. Maybe this is a fucking yellow paint situation. If nothing else, she was drinking yellow paint to try the shit that she did. So, god damn.
Rest in peace, Halo.
Rest in peace. But anyway, what else? Nova. Wait, this is the Nova, like the dude with the yellow helmet that's got like the red star on the forehead, right? Like that Nova. Yeah, because the Nova I'm thinking of is, I'm pretty sure that guy's, because he's in fucking Secret Invasion, which is that side-scrolling beat 'em up game that me and she were playing the other night. Nova Marvel. Yeah, this guy. If I can hang on, let me show a tab. This dude. I don't know what his powers are. I think isn't it like Captain Marvel-esque powers and shit. He's kind of like on that level.
Yeah, I think he gets powers from his hat. I think, strangely enough.
Helmet.
Don't call me on that
nice
one.
Oh god. Oh no. Tell me that's not going to be the. There's no.
Yes. Let it be. Let it be. I want it to be like this, but it's actually a good movie.
No, just imagine, because like this is what he looked like in the fucking comic. Imagine going from this to this, right? Like, okay, we've had an issue lately. Oh, go ahead, Bear.
No, it looks like the porn parody version of that character.
It does. Because I don't know what it is. It feels like we've been having an issue lately with like costume design in like all kinds of Hollywood productions, where shit just ends up looking like cosplay, right? Like a lot of people talk about the Odyssey very much in this regard for like a recent example.
Cosplay.
Just I wanted to actually go with that, and I wanted to actually everything else about the movie be good.
Maybe it'll be like Wonder Man, where it's like it opens with like it's a guy doing like a hero TV show or some shit, and then right, maybe that's the angle they're going with. Maybe that's why it looks so terrible. Maybe it's on purpose. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Trust the process. It's only been 10 years.
Maybe.
Oh fuck! All right, you know what? Yeah. Okay. Fucking hell. Hang on. Where were we? Which fucking tab was I looking at? Oh, here we go. Deadpool 4. Yeah, I did see something about that. Like, wasn't Ryan Reynolds saying like the next Deadpool appearance was going to be like his last one, playing the character? Because that's I'm pretty sure that's what I heard about the
I would believe
2026. Lead up. Another Deadpool film is in the offing. Also, Crash Marvel SEC presentation asked the assembled Doomsday cast there was still time for him to shoot some scenes for the film. Rumors persist that he is in Doomsday, but it is unclear if that is all just a stunt in support of that film or Reynolds once again forcing a film to get made through force of will. Because like, here's the thing: I kind of would like to see
I mean,
Reynolds' Deadpool show up in a movie with like the characters we already know. Like, I would like to see him interact with with Cap and with Hulk and all that shit, right? Because that could be fun. Because like, I don't know, Doomsday just strikes me as a movie that's going to fucking suck. It's just me. Is anyone else kind of feeling that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I would have no idea.
I would
So
have
it's like it
no
feels like it would be a kind of a waste, you know?
Look, I've again, I have read the supposed spoilers for this, and I do believe
The leaked script.
Yeah, the leaked script. I hope there's a Deadpool 4 to redeem Deadpool. That's it.
I just like, I don't even know what the fuck it'd be about at that point though. Like, because like we already got Cable in there, and like obviously we did the movie, the buddy cop movie with Wolverine, so that happened. Is there anyone else in the comics that like Deadpool particularly hangs around very often, or?
Look, I'm gonna be honest. What they could end up doing to if they really want to go and MCU it up, is they introduce Gwenpool.
Oh, I feel like that wouldn't be the best idea. That is an option though, and like in terms of just whatever, like you know what I think will happen. I think might actually end up happening because of how popular Marvel Rivals is and continues to be. Maybe Jeff ends up in the movie. Maybe we get Jeff.
Like, there could be Jeff. They could do like the evil Deadpool. Hit Monkey could be a part of it. I mean,
and of course, Elsa Bloodstone's kind of back in the conversation now, so maybe.
Yeah. So there are options.
Yeah.
I don't want any of them. I don't know. I kind of think that the Deadpool and Wolverine is a good capstone for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
it was a fun movie. So
he's not that he's bad at it, and not that they couldn't do more good movies. I just think that after this point, it's going to be like milked, and like sour milk at that.
Yeah, like at the very least, they should probably hang Deadpool up for a bit. Give people time to, give us time to miss him, and then bring him back. Right? Though my question at that point is like, who the fuck? Like, who the fuck after Ryan Reynolds, who is honestly just like a dead ringer for Deadpool, right? Like he does the role really well, and he's just that right amount of zany, like who the fuck else would they get to play Deadpool after him?
Oh,
that's a rough baton to pass, man. Like, fuck.
I don't know who you would set up to do that.
It's like, just in general, I feel like there's just like not really movie stars of note anymore. You know what I mean? Like all the people whose names I've bothered to memorize are like the older actors that are pretty much kind of you're getting towards their retirement years and shit. I'm trying to think of like new up and coming actors that like I even know about. And like my only fucking I'm only coming up with like two names in my brain right now, and that's Tom Holland and Zendaya, and that's because those two are in fucking everything. Like you can't even talk about a movie without them coming into it.
That's great. Thank you for that mental.
Yeah, there you go. Zendaya Gwenpool. There you go. That's your fucking Gwenpool. Oh damn! Imagine she takes both Mary Jane's role and Gwen Stacy's role. Oh my god. If I were Zendaya, I think I would like lean into the bit at this point and just do like pull a fucking Nutty Professor, where she just has a movie where she's voicing like six or acting out 16 different characters. The Nutty Zendaya.
No,
dude.
Zendaya, the euphoric Gwenpool.
I can't, man. I can't. Holy shit. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know, man. Like in terms of this movie's success, good for them. They finally got a win. But like in terms of the road going forward, it's looking real rocky. And I really think they should still be trying to, figure out how to best like pad the landing, because it might end up being pretty rough for a lot of these movies that are still coming down the pipeline, especially Doomsday. Oh god, if Doomsday fails, Well, I mean, actually, it's probably not going to be as bad now since like Spider-Man has crushed it so much harder than I'm sure even they were expecting. That's padding the landing site a little bit for Doomsday now. I think like Doomsday can now maybe get off a little bit easier than it would have previously before this whole blow up of Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's still gonna be very important, to see which way that movie ends up going in terms of like the ongoing MCU and how things are gonna play out from here. It's still gonna be really, really important that that movie does well for them, which I don't think it will. But yeah, but Spider-Man's definitely given them some breathing room now. It's maybe just a little bit, but it has. So we'll see if they actually make use of that, or if it's just going to be, again, the last decade becomes the next decade, right? We'll see. Is time a flat circle? It has proven itself thus many times, but will it be again? Well,
yes.
Yeah. I was trying not to just out and out say it, but I guess that's why I have you here, Bear. You can be just straight up curt when I can't be, and I appreciate you for that. But
I just how you can have any degree of optimism after what we were just talking about is beyond me. I'm impressed. I'm concerned.
It's kind of like the way my dog always looks excited and happy at me while I'm eating my dinner, despite the fact I never share. There's always hope.
Yeah. At the end of the day, man, I just want good superhero movies, right? Like,
yeah,
nobody wants them to all suck shit and be terrible. It is funny to laugh at both Marvel and Disney when it happens, but I would prefer that they just make shit that I actually want to go and see. That would be the ideal outcome. But if they're gonna keep fucking up, yeah, I'll absolutely laugh at them for doing so. Is what it is. But let's see. I think that's enough about that. What else has been going on? I got a bit of a weird, funny little story here, just like a go-between between the larger stories. So apparently, Harry Potter fans forced a 430 million pound sea cable to be relocated in order to avoid the grave of Dobby on a Welsh beach. The power cable linking the UK and Ireland now passes near Bronze Age human burial remains instead of the fictional character's gravesite, following complaints from fans. Yep.
What?
Yep.
No, someone explain this to me. I'm lost.
I think that by doing this, they were being.
I want to see if I can find like a proper article about this.
I was gonna die now, but I'll be back.
Dobby grave cable.
This is kind of, I'm just gonna be honest here, kind of retarded.
It is very much retarded. Let me see. Harry Potter fans forced an energy project to divert plans for a giant pipeline away from a Welsh beach in order to protect the resting place of a fictional house elf, Dobby.
Okay, so hold on. Let me backtrack on this real quick. So what you're saying,
yes,
is that they buried the pretend person elf thing on a beach.
And made many colorful rocks to put there.
Are now saying that real power can't be run there because of the pretend grave for the pretend being.
Yes, that is about the long and short of it. Yes.
It's the UK, so I'm not too surprised it's retarded. So there's that, I guess.
Oh, fuck. Fan favorite Dobby died in the film series' penultimate entry, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and the scene in which he was laid to rest was filmed on the popular freshwater West Beach in Pembrokeshire. Oh, so there's like a real-world location that they buried this fucker, and they took that real-world location and actually put a real grave there.
I mean, at least they pretend it's more real than their own country.
Well, yeah.
I just... A
but that's a whole other bag of worms.
House elf has better protection and better legal care than anyone else in the UK. But naturally in the UK, excuse me.
It is a less than ideal situation, my friend. It truly is. Since then, the grave has become a shrine to the character, with fans leaving tributes to him, including many painted stones. And you just know that somebody was actually genuinely crying when they laid one of these rocks down on this pretend grave.
Oh,
You know.
100%.
Yeah, well,
Probably
see-
multiple. And they
you
were
see
probably winning.
You see, when they have to
Mhm.
pledge allegiance to their new political party, they have to go and put their hand and cry on Dobby's grave.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds about right.
Since
Wow.
now it's been revealed that its presence and mass following has led to the diversion of a sizable energy project called Greenlink. The beach was to be the site for a connector for a pipeline to carry solar and wind power to the Republic of Ireland from the UK. Well, I mean, if it was just solar and wind, I guess it's not that big of a loss, really. The initial plan placed Greenlink's The initial plan placed Greenlink's British end at the beach, with the other side of the cable landing in Wexford. In an interview on the Energy Revolution podcast released on Wednesday, Simon Ludlam, chief executive advisory firm Echia Energy, who served as director of the project, recalled how the plans led to outcry from Harry Potter fans. Once we'd agreed with all the authorities, with all the landowners and the people who own the beach, local residents, how we'd make landfall, I remember BBC Wales said, "Could you come down and just do a quick thing?" Mr. Ludlam said. BBC interview resulted in hundreds of phone calls from furious fans, angered the cable would go straight through Dobby's grave.
Oh, yeah, that's sad.
Mr. London continued, and so my colleague Tom, who works in permitting, said, "Simon, we're going to have to respond to these calls." And I said, "Well, Tom, I'm super busy." And he goes, No, we really have to respond to this. I said, "Well, Tom, what are they on about?" On being informed, the outcry was over the cable going through Dobby's grave. Ludlam said, "Dobby? Who's Dobby?"
The correct response.
That
Who
is
the
the
fuck
appropriate
is Dobby?
Accurate.
Sounds funnier now that you actually spell it out.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Energy Boss said his response at the time was, "He's a fictitious character in a fictitious book. The whole thing's fictitious. What are you talking about?" However, his colleague insisted that the matter was very, very serious. So we got back with the planners and discussed exactly how to reroute the cable so we wouldn't go any more into Dobby's grave, Mr. Ludlam explained. A lot of people were very happy about that, and the project's now going in Dobby's happy.
Dobby's
Don't be
dead.
happy.
I'm happy.
And
Dobby's happy.
non-existent at the same time.
It's not just that he's a fictional character, he's a fucking dead fictional character. This is like 2 levels of not even able to give a shit about what's currently happening in the real world.
Exactly.
Who knows? Maybe they run it through there and, the place just gets haunted by fucking Dobby. You start hearing stories about it afterwards.
I
God,
guess,
a non-existent ghost.
Fuck. $430 million pound project involved laying down 190 kilometers high voltage cable between Wales and Ireland, 160 kilometers of the cable under the Irish Sea. Got up and running in 2025, crucially not going through Dobby's grave. Can now power 380,000 homes. Cool. All right. I have a theory it is all bogus. Didn't all be a quick trawl on the socials from back when this was supposed to be news, and found almost no evidence at all of any consensus or concerted effort to complain to the developers of this interconnector with regard to the fictional resting place of a fictional character. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, it does sound pretty fake, because, like, if these guys were actually trying to lay the fucking pipe down for their energy thing or whatever, what energy company would actually give any kind of a fuck to like, even if there were hundreds of calls about this shit, what energy company would fucking care enough to actually do anything about it?
To be fair, with how stupid things have been, it would surprise me to, like, actually going into it.
You make a strong argument as well, and honestly, like, here's where I'm at with it. I choose to believe this not because it's accurate, but because it's funny. That's where I'm at, man. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's really funny, so I want to believe it's real.
Just imagine 100 people calling in. It just makes me think of the pool has AIDS.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was a funny little story to, put in between some of the bigger ones. Speaking of the bigger ones, man, how about that whole GTA Netflix thing, huh? Yeah, see that shit?
Nope.
Why would I
No,
see that?
I'm
You
no.
don't have
I
Netflix.
fucking hate
Okay.
this. This
Okay, so let me fill
so
you in,
wrong.
boss. So GTA decided to air a special trailer with more like gameplay and details and all that shit, exclusively on Netflix on August 27th.
Okay.
Now, to be fair, later on that day, I think like 8 or 10 hours later, something like that, they also put it up on YouTube. But for like the first 10 hours or so, it was exclusively on Netflix, which means in order to see this information before most others, I suppose, to get first access to this, you had to have a Netflix account. So in other words, you needed to pay money to a subscription so that you could watch an extended ad for a product that is not out yet.
My thoughts on GTA 6 in general, it just feels like GTA 6 is kind of like the whole AI situation of how much money is just getting dumped into it, as if a lot of the industry is just holding on to that, hoping it doesn't fail. And if it does, it's going to drag a lot of shit with it. I hope this game fucking fails. I really do.
Here's the thing. It's not gonna fail because it already has like a
I know. I just
brilliant
wish it
pre-orders. But whether or not it's going to be a
Yeah.
good game is where like I think the point of contention is going to lie, right? That's where I'm at, and I'm extremely dubious on that point at this point. But sorry, Barry, you wanted to chime in. Go ahead.
No, I also really hope it fails, but I know better. I know.
Yeah.
It won't. It will not. Because like here's the thing, right? And on a bit of a side note here, LD ended up commenting on this. Apparently, I'm not exactly sure where this quote comes from, but there was a surge of subscriptions,
Of course.
record viewing numbers for Grand Theft Auto 6 Extended Look.
Imagine
So-
signing up for Netflix so you don't have to wait 6 hours to watch something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so here's the thing, because like, as far as subscriptions go, doesn't Netflix do like a free trial thing?
No.
If you're like, no, they don't. I thought
No,
they did.
I've looked it up before because there's been once or twice that they had something on there that I wanted to watch.
Uh-huh.
But no, they don't do like a 30-day free trial. You pay from day one.
I could have sworn they did at some point. Did they? Like,
Maybe
just
like
stop?
early on they
Once
did to try to
upon a
Maybe a
onboard
long
people.
time ago. But
Yeah,
yeah,
to onboard
now,
people.
now you pay from day one.
Oh, they don't even do like a discount for new customers or anything.
Not that I'm aware
Not
of.
that I
I'm
know
gonna
of.
go look it up right now, but I'm positive that they don't.
Yeah, because I mean, it really doesn't like because if it were a 30-day like free trial thing, it's like okay, then yeah, obviously a bunch of people would go in, just use that and then immediately.
Anytime.
Okay, well, yeah, then that's just depressing, man. That's so fucking
absolutely
depressing.
no introductory period.
And it's like obviously again because it's GTA, because GTA is GTA. That's the only reason something like this could actually happen, right? That's the only reason people would go in for this sort of thing. But the fact that they would go this far for GTA, like it's starting to border on like straight up cultish behavior at this
The
point.
people spending $9 to watch the trailer 6 hours, because keep in mind this comes out. It'll come out 6 hours later on like YouTube or whatever. Not to mention the number of people who will just fucking record it from their TV and post it up on the internet from there.
Yeah.
Imagine spending $10 because you can't wait 6 hours. But these are the same people who are probably spending $100 plus for the full edition because I don't know, they're retarded. But at the same time, we're talking. You know what gun and ball gamers are, right?
Yes.
These
sure
are gun
do.
and ball gamers.
They
That's all they care about. They don't care about anything else. They have no interest in anything else. They're not looking at other genres. They're not looking at other anything else. All they care about is this game that I want good, because this is the only game I will probably play until they put out GTA 7, assuming we all live that long.
Yeah.
I don't expect to live to my hundreds. So
Because I have to wonder, like at a point, how far would this go with these sorts of people, right? The people who are willing to like do this, like fucking subscribe to Netflix just so they can see this thing a few hours early, right? Like how much farther would they go? Like if you said, hey man, I gotta copy GTA 6 right here, 10 whole days early. Just gonna need you to, that kidney you got, right? Yeah, gonna need that from you. Like,
There probably
there's
people-
gonna be somebody who takes that fucking deal, right? Because like there are people just like trapped in the GTA Infinite Tsukuyomi at this
There are
point.
people out there who you would walk up and say, "Yeah, if you just take down your pants and bend over, I will hand you this copy, this download key of GTA for an hour early." And they'd do it. They'd turn around, they would take down their pants, and they would allow it to happen because that's basically what they're doing anyway.
Bro,
Unload,
hey,
Well,
listen, bro. I ain't gay, but early access is early access.
Yeah, we got early access, all right.
Holy shit! Oh, it's
Early access for early access, my guy. I mean,
Neo, that's the problem, is that this game will do the numbers it wants. I'll just look at the pre-order numbers already. The pre-order numbers are off the charts. It's not, no matter how much it deserves, no matter what they do, it's not going to fail. It's basically the same thing that happened with Star Wars episode whatever that is that came out,
7. It'd be 7.
the Disney trilogy bullshit. It's the same thing. The people who want it have been starved for it for so long. They have the absolute blinders of, oh my god, this was good, so it's going to be good again on, and it's on so fucking hard that they will never see around it. This game is going to at least sell well for the first couple weeks. I mean, we are going to see, I would almost, if I had any money, but unfortunately, I have a bunch of shit going on and I just got back from Vegas, so I have no money, but I would, if I had money, I would put money on the fact that we will see a record-breaking output on Steam. Or no, wait, it's not coming out on Steam. But PlayStation 5 will be able to put out a record-breaking output. I would almost be shocked if it didn't take down the whole system. I'm not gonna lie. I would be shocked if it didn't take down the whole system at first.
And of course, you also got to keep in mind this is a game that is not going to be not going to have a physical release on release. It'll be digital only. But you are probably right. It is because it is actually
PlayStation 5 only.
Because the original release for GTA 5 was 2013. It has been more than a decade since the last GTA game. Mm-hmm. But that is part of the problem, though. I fully believe that is part of their problem, and it is going to be, at least to some extent, their downfall. Like, again, they're going to make the bajillion sales on release, but will the game be able to hold its momentum after that? I don't know, man. Because what I think is going to happen is the same thing that happened to fucking what's his name, Duke Nukem Forever. Same shit that happened in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like these are games that had like a decade's worth of fucking hype behind them, of anticipation. There's no fucking way in hell that GTA 6 is going to live up to it. And I'm kind of with what was it? I think it's Andy Pants Gaming that I'm thinking of, but it's this dude who's usually pretty fucking frank about his videos, and he was comparing the content of GTA 5's like base game to some of the later DLCs they put out, and just like the vibe of the writing, you know what I mean? Like it feels like it's softened a bit between like Trevor. Everybody knows who fucking Trevor is in GTA 5, right? Crazy asshole. And like some of the characters that you got in those DLCs for GTA Online, and the kind of energy they gave off, right? It was a little more millennial, those new characters. You know what I mean? So in terms of what we're gonna be expecting for GTA 6, it might get a little iffy in terms of what people expect from a game like GTA, where the whole point is to be a horrific criminal and do terrible things to pretty much everyone around you. I tell you what, man. I tell you what. It's really going to depend, because somebody I don't remember. I don't know if this is actually confirmed, but there was some rumblings around Twitter that it was confirmed that there would actually be a pride parade somewhere in GTA 6. It's really going to depend. On whether that's an invincible pride parade or not.
Yes, exactly that. If it's not an invincible pride parade, then I get to make a whole different kind of rainbow.
I'm imagining it be like Red Dead Redemption 2, where you would have suffragettes and everybody just dragging them to the crocodile.
But will they let you? Is the thing, right? That's because we will know. We will know for certain the kind of game we're going to get once we see clips of somebody finding that pride parade and trying to annihilate it. And if they can't, It's done. It's all cooked. It's all fucked. It's over. It's over.
I think you lack faith in the simulated fizz of their beer.
That's the thing, man. I just don't know.
Condensation.
I just don't know anymore. Considering what we've been through with like the softening and the political correctness and all that shit, and I especially think of what's it called, the remake of Saints Row, right? And the kind of games that Saints Row used to be. I played that fucking remake, right? The only reason I had fun with it was because I was playing with a friend and we were essentially just laughing at how shit the game had become in basically every fucking aspect, right? So I'm wondering, it's like, oh, but will that axe drop on GTA as well? That fucking politically correct, gotta avoid this, gotta avoid that, can't offend people, and all that shit, right? Will that same axe drop on GTA? That's all I'm curious about at this point. That's what I want to know if it's going to be, and we're gonna know soon enough, right? Because it's due out next year. They pushed it back to like early next year. I believe
right.
Last I heard. Yeah.
I think GTA is still September, isn't it?
Is hang on, let's look it up. let's make sure. I mean, sooner the better. I would like to know sooner rather than later, but
November. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, November 2026. So later this year.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
I'll check that. I'm still
that
just
ends up being true, but
I'm still just worried because I know they have like an insane fucking budget.
Yeah,
But,
it's a fucking.
it's like $1 billion
like
or something.
Yeah, I'm still worried just from a development standpoint when they're putting so much money into all of this graphic fidelity.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me wonder about the gameplay. But me knowing the history of gamers, there are people who will still eat it up as long as it's not anything as egregious as has already been mentioned. Because you gotta remember where we came from. We came from fucking. we came from essentially just you get what you buy to now online only, microtransactions, everything being a gacha, loot box, shit like that. People will tolerate a lot of shit. But we'll see.
Man, we will see. It's gonna be, dude. It is actually going to be like a paradigm shift. Whichever way this goes, it's going to be a massive fucking shift in the overall games industry with this game. I think look, whatever ends up happening with this game, shit's gonna change afterwards.
Sure.
Which way shit goes, I don't know, but it's gonna be different.
I see. I don't think it's going to change that much. I
don't think it will either.
You don't think so?
No.
This is like
it's kind of its own thing. That's the thing. It's GTA isn't exactly any kind of industry-setting game. I mean, it's a really popular game that has its very specific carved-out niche. But let's face it, if you try to make every game GTA, you're not going to get everybody every time.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
If you try to make every game GTA, you'll just get the typical open world games you already have. Is what would probably end up.
I mean, and that's the big thing is we've already got what GTA is going to cause. We've already got open world games falling out our ass. So, I mean, what else is it going to change? Unless there is something actually innovative in the game, which maybe there is. I don't know. Obviously, I haven't played the game. I won't play the game, not for any moralistic reason, but just the fact that it's not a type of game I play.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, unless there's something truly new in it. Not, I mean, and I mean beyond just graphics. It's got to be beyond just graphical. It has to be something that people have actually never thought of or seen before. Then we're not going to. It's not gonna do much. I mean, it's gonna make a lot of money maybe, and it'll show people that if you make a game good enough, or it might resurrect a bunch of old IPs as they try to remake them to make people happy again. But that's about it. I really don't see.
I do wonder whether or not like others will try to kind of follow behind it though, in terms of what's the word here? If he practices, I suppose. What do they used to call it?
So
what do they call it in the fucking court case with Fortnite? What was it called? Dark patterns or some shit. I think that was the term that was used, because like the whole thing where they're essentially locking down like real locations in the map behind that that higher price point for the Ultimate Edition or whatever, like the different shops and all that shit. That's dark pattern shit right there, 100%.
It's setting a very, very poor precedent for the future.
Well, I know a lot of dark patterns actually have been optimized by Chinese companies, actually.
Well, yeah, gotcha games.
But what the fuck was it? Also, we're talking about, aside from dark pattern chasing, 'cause that's a thing that's been going crazy with like gotcha games and shit for a while. The thing with so historically through gaming, when there's a huge thing that becomes the thing, like Fortnite, in the past was League of Legends, you had the WoW killers and so on of the past. GTA would have to do something that is different, that forms like its own genre or some variation of that genre. I honestly just don't see that happening. I think it's primarily just going to blow up because it's GTA. You're mainly just going to get fanboys in there. It could be a good game. I don't know. I have no idea, but you know. Oh.
Did we lose Bear?
He said, "What will?" then disappeared.
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, we might have lost him.
Black screen. Bear's.
He disappeared on my end.
No, Bear buddy. He's probably having a internet hiccup. Imagine he will be back as soon as he can be. Yeah, and then of course, like the big thing is like, oh, are a bunch of of the bigger like AAA sphere devs gonna look at the price point on GTA and it's like, oh, we could do that too, and then of course be the lemmings that just kind of walk off the cliff on that one.
So many more companies shut down. They already have. Also, welcome back.
Hey, Bear. You good, buddy?
Okay.
You okay?
Bear returned. Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, he's here.
My computer tells me I have no internet, so
Oh shit.
Your computer's lying.
we'll
to you.
see if I'm still returned here in a second. Well, I don't know. You can all be voices in my head. I was gonna say, and I don't know quite where you got to this. I do think this is going to be kind of setting a precedent for the future, though, about games coming out at $80.
Okay, yeah, that's one precedent.
And we did
That's
talk
just
about
what it's
that,
going to be.
I think.
Okay.
I think what you'll run into there is there's a few games that can get away with that.
Yeah.
And then there will be a whole lot of games who will try to do it and won't be able to get away with it.
Yeah, the lemmings and the cliff. That's what I'm saying. Oh, there's a lot of games right now that are struggling to like sell their shit at decent, profits for $70, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so many people wait for games to go on sale now.
If they even bother to buy the game at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they like hear the reviews, like they like actual reviews, not the fucking paid shills. And they find out that it's like, oh, actually, this game's fucking garbage, and the writing's terrible, and and the gameplay sucks, et cetera, right? And then usually they just don't even bother like spending money on it at all. They just buy a handful of indie games instead. So,
yeah. Well, also,
several things working against them in the AAA sphere at this point. But sorry, go ahead.
I make the point to I tell my friends this all the fucking time. We're like, man, like I don't like all the stuff coming out is shit, and I'm like, well, there's a lot of stuff that's been coming out for 50 fucking years now that you could play in your entire lifetime and not get through all of them, that you can still play, just play older shit.
And there you go, there's that too.
Because, I mean, granted, there's certain preservation things that can maybe become a hiccup in certain contexts, but the competition isn't just the games that come out now. It's games that come out in the past. I don't remember where I was reading about, but like Gen Z, I mean, you still have obviously more, typical Fortnite shit, but a lot of them are also, when they're looking at older games, they're going back to like 360 era or older, and they're actually preferring them.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're not just competing with what's out now; you're competing within the past, and it's also in the indie sphere. There's the competition is just insane right now. You used to be a case where you could, if 10 years ago I published any fucking game on Steam, like complete game, that was actually just okay, it wouldn't be like explosive, but it'll make decent money. You can rely to get some okay money from it. Yeah. Now that's just not the case. That just doesn't happen. There's just so many games, and that's just Steam, let alone everything else.
Absolutely. And I feel like some of the stuff we've been seeing from the AAA scene lends to the fact that they're at least somewhat aware of that, right? The fact that Campaign Evolved exists, the fact that they redid fucking Black Flag, the fact they are going to be redoing what was it? There's a couple other the Fallout games, the fucking New Vegas and Fallout 3 apparently getting remakes, right? The Oblivion got that remake recently. Like they're aware of this to some extent, and they're gonna try to capitalize on that too. Which is typically why you see those games, like the original versions of those games, disappear from digital stores whenever they're trying to push the new one, right?
Even obscure ones,
which is scum shit behavior. But there's always emulators that you can use to get around that shit too.
Even obscure ones, like they're having a remake of Godzilla Destroyer All Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
An old GameCube
that
game.
one I was very excited to see.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
It is a good game. I hope they do well with it. But no, like they are looking back through these games. In that case, it makes sense. Like not many people really know about it or it comes out. It'd be great, but they're really overall as a whole, we're being abstract. They're really searching through what they can bring up to either legit bring it up or milk. One of the two.
Yep. Nostalgia milking has been a thing. It'll always be
thing. And also the tinfoil hat on the idea of turning everything digital, deleting the past, and this is how it is for now on. But,
yeah, nostalgia milking on their terms specifically.
Yes. The correct version of the game.
Fucking poisoned nostalgia milk.
Oh God.
That's a title.
Oh, he gone. He vamped.
Oh fuck! Did we lose Bear again?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure he's just not just hiding on us?
Yeah, it could be, but he might just be having internet issues, which is
well,
unfortunate in general.
is.
Oh, is he? I don't see him.
That's right. Whenever we're gone, we got more people to talk. We got them. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take his place.
But anyway, hey, let me get rid of a few tabs here. I've been piling on a few more since we started. Let me clear some of these. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, getting back to something a little less serious, or possibly more serious. I'm not sure yet. This could be entirely innocent, or it could end up being a massive fucking problem. But I don't know if you guys have heard. Wait, where'd I put it? Oh fuck! Did I not add that one to the docket? I guess I missed a link here. Hang on, let me grab it real quick. It's in here somewhere. I know I put. There it is. So apparently, a real Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is opening in New Jersey next year.
Cool.
Now, I don't know, man, because like we know there's some crazy fuckers out there, and it's like, is there going to be somebody who takes this shit too far? Is there going to be? Maybe. I don't know, man. I'm a little worried about it, slightly, but I will say I have been enjoying the memes. Like the one where somebody like has like a fucking LinkedIn listing of like a night guard for Freddy Fazbear. It's like, hey guys, I see the listing, bro. Y'all should I lock in? And the listing had like fucking like $5 an hour on some stupid shit. Because like, it was like the time period for the first game.
First game, I think it was current year at the time. I think for the first released game.
Was it? Because
I don't know for sure.
Because like with the fucking lore of it, it's like the original restaurant was like in 80, like the Bite of 87 was it, or am I thinking
the Bite of 87?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's like the first fucking reply to the tweet. Is that the Bite of 27? Dude, man, if a fucking kid gets its head put in an animatronic and dies on opening day, you fucking
You're dumb
imagine.
enough to let your kid put its head in an animatronic. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, okay. So the lore in Five Nights is that some like poor kid's older brother and his asshole friends stick him in there to like scare him, and then like while he's crying on the mechanical parts inside the mouth, it causes him to like rust up and then snap shut, and that's like kills him and starts the whole thing with like the ghost kids
That's not how it works.
possessing. I don't know. I don't know exactly like word for word. I'm just kind of making shit up to fill in the blanks here.
It's all
of
right.
My memory.
The rest of this podcast is gonna be FNAF lore. Or get your popcorn kitties.
No, fuck out of here. But
Because I don't.
I watched a fair amount of Matt Pat videos on the subject, actually.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the exact details. But a kid gets his head put in there, and then like as a joke, and then the fucking thing snaps shut on him and kills him. But that and that kind of leads into the events of the first game with the ghost kids possessing the animatronics and all that shit. But but the other one that really got me was like one of those things, just like when I'm sitting in Freddy Fazbear's eating a pizza, and I see out the corner of my eye a guy in a purple shirt dragging kids into a back room, but I can't intervene because that'd be messing with the lore, right?
Like, look, nah, bro, let this happen. Let him.
It's like, no, it's a canon event. I can't intervene.
But he tries to intervene, get some Assassin's Creed shit. Like, that's not how it's supposed to happen.
Oh man!
I don't know, like, I mean,
you fucking desynced for trying to save the children.
But I mean, if I was a kid and I heard about something like this going on, like, I mean, it has potential. It would be interesting if like anybody here when they were a kid ever been to like a Chuck E. Cheese or some shit?
Oh yeah, absolutely. With their
yeah, well, it would be interesting if like some of these kind of like popped up again and they kind of forefront because like I was watching a video about like, okay, what happened to Chuck E. Cheese? What happened to it? And they all basically became basic fucking restaurants. There's nothing, and it's literally like you're going to like a modern day McDonald's. And, and it would be interesting, and it is an IP that could push it, especially if they get creative with it. If they're very creative with it, but I don't know anything about it though.
Yeah,
it has to be very creative.
And I do wonder, like, what the plan here is. Like, are they just gonna play it straight, where it's just like a normal ass, like Chuck E. Cheese type pizzeria, or like, are they gonna do like a vague horror theme with it, where it's like more like, oh, you come in here, and then like maybe while you're eating, the lights flicker and they play the fucking all that shit, right? Like, they just lean into the actual lore of the games and all that. I'm a bit curious, like, what the angle is, you know.
I have to imagine they're going to go with some sort of horror thing, because as just like a family restaurant, I don't understand it existing.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Gonna be honest.
I mean,
Well, here's the thing, Bear. We start with the Freddy Fazbear's pizzerias, right? And then through the years, we franchise and we spread them out a bit. We get a few more locations popped up across the country, and then once those get the ball rolling, get some momentum, that's when we start working on the mall-sized pizzaplex from fucking Security Breach or whatever. Was that game called the one with like the glam rock animatronics, where it's like a giant fucking like mall that's like a pizzeria?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, like Security Breach, something like that. But like that's the end game. Bear. We get the pizzaplex going, and that's where we start raking in the big money.
Suddenly, malls come back.
Yeah, this is the plan to revive malls in America.
Turns out the fucking working class in America gets revived by fucking Five Nights at Freddy's.
The Freddy revitalization project, bro. Like, let's fucking go. We're looking into the fine print on this. We're seeing the plans behind the scenes. This is my new favorite this is my new favorite conspiracy theory, right? The plan to revive America. Trump's in on this, Elon's in on this. You don't know. You don't get just how much money is behind Freddy Fazbear right now, okay?
No. You see, it only works. There has to be some weird, complex thing. Those two have nothing to do with it. It's some guy we've never heard of that has everything to do with it. But I would also say, though, like say, I'm not saying it'd be practical for them to really do this, but if it was like say a Chuck E. Cheese, for example, it would make sense, not just because animatronics, but considering the games, there's a lot of like little mini games and shit, right? Well, when you're at Chuck E. Cheese, you got the animatronics and shitty pizza, but they were arcade games and shit. Like, that was the main thing, is only arcade games. So it actually thematically on every level actually makes sense. But if it's a horror thing, it would probably be great around Halloween. I don't know about I have no idea about the rest.
it feels like it could really hit that horror nostalgic spot.
Oh, yeah.
For people like my age.
But I don't know if you were a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, though, Rada, right?
No, I have never played it.
But and that's the other part of that, is the audience for Five Nights at Freddy's They don't have kids.
Yeah, and they're older.
Oh, damn.
I actually know at
He's
least
kinda
one person who has a whole bunch of kids who.
Okay, yes.
The entire
It-
reason
yeah.
he went to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Thank you, Rado, for being
on
know,
average,
a woman.
I believe is what Bear's implying. On
It
average,
ends up being like Disney
Five Nights at
adults or
Freddy's
some
fans.
shit.
Yeah, kind of that bit, right? But
mean,
but Rada's just gotta she's got to do the thing. She's got to do the meme. It's like, hey,
Aren't one of those, but aren't
women on
a lot of
average are
people
about 5
who,
feet 4, but I'm 5
who
foot
actually
6.
played it, like
What?
Markiplier fans
Um,
and stuff who are, I mean, they're basically kids themselves at this stage.
Wait, what? Hold on, what'd you say?
It's like,
Go back on that.
you say that, but it's like when Markiplier was playing Five Nights at Freddy's, that would have been like,
I was in like
That was a decade
high
ago.
school.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like most
They
people
would-
who watch
they
that
would
stuff are
absolutely be
grown
adults
up
by
now.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like in their 20s and shit.
Yeah. Well, that's why
Well,
it's a
I'm
thing where if you
a
have
bit older
kids, you
than
take
that.
it to your kids. If I had a kid, I probably wouldn't mind something like this.
Like I think it might actually be like mid to late 20s by now for some of them.
Yeah, mid to late.
Well, I
no,
said
mid.
20s. That's still 20s.
No,
Well,
mid 20s
well,
and early
yeah.
30s.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, Rada, when you're not in your 40s, you make those kind of distinctions for the earlier ages because it makes us feel better.
They're still in their 20s.
I suppose,
but,
yeah.
I mean, just people have to think up, though. I mean, and that movie did fantastically well, despite the fact, yeah, he's a smaller, or he's a large creator but it's in a narrow base. But the movie did fantastically well.
First one
Because
did, yeah.
of the fact it was a good movie. So realistically, if you did it right, you'd obviously have to put them in the larger population centers. It would have to be in like LA, Houston, New York. But I would bet that if you put it in a larger population place, treat it almost like, obviously not like Disneyland, but kind of, treat it as more of a
Like a like
theme
fucking
park kind of thing, but obviously scaled down quite a bit to fit.
Like a Six
I
Flags.
think you could make it
yeah,
work.
yeah. I was thinking like Six Flags Horror Night or Knott's Berry Farms Horror Nights kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you wouldn't be able to make it that big, but I do
Well,
think
yeah.
you could do something reasonably sized and be actually quite popular year round.
Yeah, and if you're like doing shit that's not like completely out in the open, right? Like if you're like fucking with people when they come in to eat there, where it's like, oh, a door creaks open slightly and you can see like a weird like ghost child through the crack in the door or something, just like fuck with people, right? Like properly,
little
like make
things
it
to scare
actually
them.
scary.
Yeah, I do think.
Then yeah, that could
would-
absolutely.
that would work well.
I agree. I agree. Also, a bit of a non sequitur, just kind of like here or there. But as far as like Chuck E. Cheese goes, did your guys just have that one spider game where it's like a floor mat? It's almost like DDR, but it's like a floor mat with a bunch of spiders with like red buttons on them, and like
Do
you
you
have to
have
step
any
on the
idea how
buttons.
long ago that was?
No, not you. I'm talking to Bear and Zaz because they're closer to my age. So I'm always like, did you guys Chuck E. Cheese had that game?
Oh wait, what's
Because I was like, that was my favorite one. It was a game. It's like spider squasher or some shit where it's like the
Is it just like
the
you have a
floor-
hammer and there's a button and you smack them?
No,
you step on it. You step on it.
Yeah, you step on it.
That was-
Yeah,
I remember that one. I remember.
yeah,
that
dude, that was my
Yeah.
favorite. That was my favorite fucking
I
game.
do
in
remember
Chuck E.
liking that
Cheese.
one.
I love that one.
I'm gonna be real lame. I played a hell load of skee ball. That
No,
was
I-
kind
yeah,
of the
skee
thing
ball's
I
fun.
did.
I have nothing wrong
for
with
that.
skee ball.
Skee ball was great. Skee ball was fun.
I go to Dave and Buster's. I still fucking play skee ball. Shit.
Yeah,
Never go
that's
there.
a classic. Like
Yeah.
that's like from when arcades first became a thing. There was always skee ball.
Yeah. Also, skee ball, you actually can get decent at it and get pretty reliable.
Hmm.
Yeah. We'll see how it all turns out. Should be interesting to like, because there'll be a lot of fucking social media stuff about it when this thing actually opens, and people taking pictures
has
of the
potential, but
inside,
we have to
whatever else
see.
going on with it. So yeah, we'll see a bunch of pictures and videos about what they're actually getting up to with this whole thing. So we'll see.
I watch it just pull a left turn, surprise everybody, and it's gonna be a fucking abortion clinic.
What
They,
the
they
fuck?
take the pregnant women to the back room. Guy with an axe comes in.
That's nutty.
Your doctor's wearing a bunny costume.
Hey man, the games are about killing kids. Place could be about killing kids.
I suppose that's fair.
Full
Hey,
circle.
speaking of
Someone needs to make
Just-
a meme on that, by the way.
yes,
Anyway.
speaking of a horrific nightmare fuel, though, I got another story for you guys. And this is out of left field. This is apropos of fucking nothing, but like, what the shit? The original Cat in the Hat costume
I've
worn by
seen
Mike
this.
Myers
Yeah.
in the Cat in the Hat film is now being auctioned off by Prop Store. And it is fucking horrific to look at. That is
Other than
absolutely-
auction off.
Buy it and sell it to the fucking FNAF restaurant place.
Yeah, well, okay, that works too. I was gonna say you just burn it, cover it with salt
Yeah.
and burn it.
Yeah, because I feel like some
Right,
part
display it
of
in the
Mike
front
Myers'
yard.
soul is like trapped inside this thing. I don't know.
It's a Mike
Yes.
Myers Horcrux.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe. It might be. Cat in the Horcrux. Oh, I love it. Holy shit.
And I like
Yeah.
how I mentioned that in the GIF down there is literally the same thing. But yeah.
We found one. A real one. The guy who wore it was named Mike Myers.
Somebody just do an AI edit of fucking Halloween, but put that costume in.
Oh my god, actually though. This is the kind of shit that used to launch creepypastas back in the day though. Like 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently there has been at some point there was a slew of like horror edits of the Cat in the Hat from that movie, who honestly actually was, like, looking back on it now, it's kind of unsettling looking.
I'd have to like
Yeah.
see parts of it again
was-
to really judge that, but it wouldn't surprise me.
I found it pretty entertaining at the time. Honestly, I did like that movie a lot as a kid, just because
I
it was
thought it
just
was
so
terrible.
ridiculous. Because I enjoyed the ridiculousness of it.
When I was a stupid kid, I enjoyed it too.
I liked the
Right, 'cause
cartoon
I was-
better.
Because the movie came out when I was like, God, it would have been like 11 or 12 or some shit at the time. Something like that. It's hang on, how old is that movie? Just that like Myers. That was in 2003. Yeah, so I was about 12 years old. No, wait, no, I was 10. I was 10
Not
years
sure
old
how-
at the time.
Guys, that's entertaining.
I was 10 years old at the time. Sorry.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was hard
so-
math.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Listen, I'm so tired all the time.
Hey.
You don't get it.
Gaz can hardly remember what episode we're on. Anytime numbers come up and he gets it right, be proud of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta clap and go, "Yay, you did it!"
I guess.
Honestly, man. Yeah, and see, somebody made the joke. There it is.
I
Listen,
told you, perfect.
I think the guys that are opening the fucking Five Nights restaurant should actually try to get their hands on this thing. Because could you fucking imagine? Could you fucking imagine
Don't
if they set
tell
up like a
anybody
trap
about
for
it.
somebody? Don't tell anybody shit about the fact that you got your hands on it. Wait until like the debut of the restaurant, and then just fucking like find a target, find any given target who comes in to eat there, and just single them out, and then set up a trap where they where this thing ambushes them,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be the most amazing fucking story on social media that entire month, dude.
No, nobody fucking would scare the shit out of you. Imagine if you're like a kid, right? And you're at like Chuck E. Cheese. And you're just fucking tubes and shit and pipes climbing around, and you just see this fucking thing crawling at you through the fucking tunnels.
Yes.
It's nuts.
It'd be perfect.
Oh god,
He's crawling at you. He's coming for you.
I hate it. I hate AI. I really do. Somebody actually animated it. It's every bit horrific.
Yeah, I like how it
It's
has
every bit as
nails.
horrific as I thought it would be.
I actually appreciate this.
Oh. I hate it.
It's nails.
Okay, I gotta keep scrolling. Resident purchase.
Perfect.
Pulling it out on Halloween, dude. Like, actually, though, the most terrifying shit in the world as a Halloween costume. Like, I feel like if you actually go out wearing that shit on Halloween, like the police are going to ban you from ever doing it again.
I think
Might just
that'd
get
be worth
shot.
At a point, man. At a point, you gotta know when it's when
I keep
shit
telling
is
you,
too
it's perfect.
much. Jeepers Creepers is going on. I never actually watched Jeepers Creepers as a kid.
I seen it as a kid, and I remember liking it, but I don't remember anything in the movie except that scene right there.
Well, yeah, I can imagine how this would stick with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. Jesus. Oh my god. Nightmare. I can't. Oh god, what the fuck is that? Wait! Oh no! We all sleeping on the Yoda puppet head. What is that? Oh, that is equally terrifying. Holy, hang on. No, we get
That's
get
what
zoom.
comes out
Enhance.
of the hat mouth when you look inside and you're like, oh.
You know, you buy both, but you put Yoda's head inside the hat.
Mm-hmm.
So you pull it out.
Oh
I
god.
mean,
Hey, kid, wanna
props
see a
really
magic
don't last
trick?
very long because of what they're made out of.
Mm-hmm. Dude. Ugh. Horrific.
It's
Jesus
beautiful.
Christ. Estimated $20,000. God damn. Starting bid $10,000. I mean, I guess, man. Just like, the kind of shit that people with more money than they would ever know what to do with buy. Holy
Yes.
shit. I don't know, man. Shit's wild. It's just crazy. What else is going on now? Let's talk about something else, man. I'm freaking myself out here. I'm giving myself nightmares.
It's climbing
Which
at
I-
you through the tunnels.
Which is a bad idea because I got to go to fucking work tomorrow at like 6 a.m. I got to get some sleep tonight. All right. Let's go a little more lighthearted. So, this I really wasn't expecting. Another kind of out of left field thing, and I don't really completely know how to feel about it. So apparently, a live action The Jetsons movie is officially moving forward, starring Jim Carrey, presumably as George Jetson.
As the oldest
I-
person on the panel,
Mhm.
I would like to say we do not need this. There is no need for this. Don't do it.
I would like to agree.
Let's not.
But like my thing is, why did it take this long when we got like the fucking Flintstones movie back in like what 90s something, right?
Well, the Flintstones
Yeah,
were
something
more
like that.
popular than the Jetsons, for one.
Oh.
And you know, longer lasting. There was probably more of an interest there. Plus, you have the whole special effects issues going on there. The special effects to actually achieve the futuristic world of the Jetsons. Plus, back when that came out, you know, we actually thought we might get a futuristic world like the Jetsons some days. However, now we're basically in
so
the same time
fucking
period,
depressing.
and we still don't have fucking shit. So there's that going on.
Yeah,
with us.
like the family unit.
Right. Imagine being able to have a family of 4 and the mother doesn't work and the father actually pays for everything. Oh my god.
There's-
Wow. What an idea. But no. Yeah, none of that shit exists now. I'm actually terrified as to what they will do with the family unit in this movie. There was a Jetsons animated movie that came out when I was younger. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was a good time. For the time, in many ways, the Jetsons could have been seen as more forward, more progressive-ish, but not really at the same time, because let's face it, they were basically a 1950s family in what was supposed to be a 2000s future. And yeah, the whole
Oh my god, that reminds me of like one of my favorite fucking jokes from like Harvey Birdman, right? what is it? Because like he's like doing a court case for George Jetson, because like the whole thing with that show is that it's Harvey Birdman doing like court cases for other like Hanna-Barbera properties. It's like we're from the far off year of 2002, and he looks over at his calendar. It says like 2013 or some shit.
yeah,
God, so
yeah.
holy shit!
And that's basically. I mean, fuck. Just look at what happened between Back to the Future. What was supposed to be the future and fucking Back to the Future, and what we have now. What the fuck? We don't have shit now.
No hoverboards or nothing, man.
Nothing. We don't. We don't even have. We don't even have fucking cool vests that blow themselves up. We don't have.
Yeah, we do
I don't know about
actually.
that
They're,
one.
they're largely in the
I don't
Middle
know
East.
about that one.
That's not the same thing. Not the same thing. You know it. We don't have self-lacing shoes. We don't have flying cars, and as a matter of fact, right now we probably have more people who think we couldn't have flying cars than could because, whatever the fucking reasons they want to come up with. But we have nothing.
Yeah.
We don't have self-lifting shoes, but we did get Velcro.
No,
we
do
had
have.
Velcro before.
We did.
No.
Oh shit. Well,
The Great Prophet did give us Crocs.
Oh, motherfucker.
the monkey's paw curled somewhere along the way.
Idiocracy was not Nostradamus. It is not a future-telling device, despite the fact it really feels like it most of the time.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry,
Rada. You might already know this, but in case you don't, we actually do have self-lacing shoes.
I actually had a pair of semi-self-lacing shoes, but it's not like you pushed a button and they laced themselves. They were actually kind of cool. What you did is you would drag your heel across the floor and it would tighten them up. That was actually kind of cool. I love those shoes.
These ones are when it's the button for it is in like the heel, so when you step into it, it laces.
Yeah, but how popular are those? Not everybody's
Not at
buying
all.
those. See, that's the thing.
I get it, but I just wanted to say that honestly, as far as this whole thing goes, my biggest problem with it isn't Jetsons live action movie. I kind of just don't want to see Jim Carrey in it.
Well,
Yeah,
also,
so that's kind of where I'm at too, because like obviously George in the cartoon is like a somewhat older guy, but I don't think as old as Carrey.
No,
Probably in his
he's not.
30s,
He's like
probably.
40.
30, 40.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, and Carrey's what in like his late
Possibly
50s?
65 or something like that.
Oh, 60s. Oh shit. Yeah, that's.
I do have mixed feelings about it, but at the same time, Jim Carrey is, despite how you might feel about him in general, is a very good actor. He has
I'm
a
not saying he's not.
severe wide range, and I do think that he could pull it off.
Don't worry, Bear. We'll digitally DH him.
I
Okay.
don't know that you really need to. I mean, just a little bit of makeup, and he'll probably be fine. And they're gonna have to dye his hair anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean,
maybe.
I don't want them to do it because I don't think they can write it well. I don't think they can do the whole thing justice. They'll
It'll
do
be a
the
subversion
modern
of the
audience
original stuff.
bullshit thing.
Yeah.
Judy will be like some kind of bisexual whatever, and Elroy will probably be having doubts about the fact if he's a little boy or not. And
Elroy will
be
No,
do to Astro and.
Well, Elroy will be an adopted African child, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
And what are they going to do to Rosie? Because there's probably going to be some kind of feminist arc between Rosie and Jane. And Jesus Christ,
There won't be. Are you kidding me? There's no way they would do a Rosie in modern day.
they have to. You can't not do Rosie.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, you can. You can avoid it. You cannot do it.
Rada,
That's how modern movies work.
Rada, we got a Scooby-Doo cartoon where Shaggy was black and Scooby-Doo didn't fucking exist.
Oh,
I forgot that was a
doesn't exist
fucking
as far
thing.
as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I know, but that's fair. And this could also be something that doesn't exist as far as you're concerned.
It probably.
Would be
Actually,
nice.
kind of what I'm hoping
Knowing my
for.
luck.
Okay, well, let's check the details before complete condemnation, shall we? Jim Carrey is in talks to lead a Jetsons movie at Warner Bros. Pictures with Colin Trevorrow in talks to direct. Variety is confirmed. Trevorrow, who was last filmed Jurassic World Dominion. Oh God. Okay. Well, that's not a high vote of confidence, is it? All right, and Joe Epstein are in talks to write the screenplay. No information on the storyline is immediately available. Also, who the fuck is Joe Epstein? Is he like directly related? Is that a Jeffrey Epstein like cousin or brother?
I don't.
You
know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think if it's just like the people who changed their names when their last name was Hitler around that time. It's like, I think if I was there, I'd have changed it.
Your one of your relatives fucked up so bad that your entirely family name is fucking poisoned now. You have to choose a new one. You know what? For that, they should give you a fucking like a freebie on the name change. You get a ticket for a free name change.
I would hope you would go in there, down at your chart, and be like, oh, yeah, the fee's waived. This is on us, man.
I mean, people did sue their parents for having a bad name. We had a yearbook with a guy whose name was Harry Anus.
Man, it's weird. It's weird because like I've heard of like instances of like that where like somebody takes the chance to go with a funny name, even though it's their own child that's going to have to live with it. And it's like I get why they deserve the ire of that child. At the same time, I can't bring myself to completely hate them. You know, like it's. I feel bad that I can't because they deserve it. But like at the same time,
look, as long as you give them an out and they have a way to like shorten their name, or you call them generally by like the middle name, or something, so you can get around it.
They can always just rename themselves Skywalker.
They could do that as an option too. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Okay, so the last Jetsons movie Jetsons feature film was in 1990, animated Jetsons the movie. Oh, that's one you mentioned earlier. A live action version of the familiar. Wait, hang on. This was live action? Wait. Hang the fuck. Wait, I want to see. Please tell me there's a trailer for this. Jetsons.
Okay, I gotta see this too.
Action.
I'm curious.
1990. Please tell me.
No, it says this animated in the 90s, a live action in the 60s.
Know how to fucking read.
Wait, did I not? Hang on, did I read too fast?
You got backwards.
Jetsons film was saying. Oh, I am stupid. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so there really wasn't a live action for this. Okay, live action version of the Familiar Family animated property, which first aired in 1962. God damn, it's that old?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
A lot of those kind of style animations are in the 60s.
I mean, fair point.
I know for some Barbera did a lot in the 60s, 50s, well, not 50s, 60s, 70s kind of area.
No, it's fair. It's just like
cartoons too. So.
No, they were, and that's why like I watched them all the time on like Boomerang when I was a kid because they all aired on Boomerang, which is, I guess technically speaking, Boomerang was like it's like, oh, we're bringing you back the cartoons from yesteryear or whatever. It's like, but I didn't really, I guess, internalize that.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't really internalize that as a kid. I just like, oh, well, these are part of my childhood too, I guess. So I just kind of, I lumped it all in together, I lumped in the Jetsons with like fucking SpongeBob and whatever else, right? Like it was all cartoons to me. So like I never really.
Our parents' childhood.
Yeah, that's the weird. That's the part that I never really like. That never clicked for me as a kid, just watching these cartoons for fun,
That's because they were so fucking good, it didn't matter.
You never sat down with your parents to watch the cartoons and be like, oh, I remember this episode.
I think I might have. It's like one point or another, but it wasn't often. My mom was never like a big cartoons person, unless it was like Disney. My mom was always my mom, it still is a Disney like person, right? Obviously not to the extension of like a Disney adult, right? Like she's still a responsible adult person, right? But she does love Disney in like a healthy way, mostly healthy way.
I don't think there's a healthy way anymore.
I'm worried
she loves old Disney, Rada, not new Disney.
Okay, I guess that I can understand that.
Yeah. I mainly like I know I used to watch like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry, my grandfather, but that's about it for Kurt. Oh, and my mother did like things like she watched like Smurfs and stuff back in the day, but
Smurfs.
But we never actually watched those much at my house. But the cartoons, classic cartoons, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. The series was revived several times in the 70s and 80s, making the typical nuclear family that happens to live in outer space familiar to several generations of viewers. The story revolved around George and Jane Jetson, yada yada. Okay, so we already know all that shit. Among the unfulfilled attempt to bring the Jetsons to screen were a 2003 version directed by Adam Shankman, a 2007 CGI version directed by Robert Rodriguez, and a 2017 animated version. Oh wow, so there were actually attempts at this like 3 separate fucking times. Wait, and there's links here. Hang on. Is there like any no images or nothing on this? Damn.
Well, no, because they never happened. That was the.
Well, yeah, but it was one of these like concepts or like something we could look at, but no, I guess not. Carrie most recently has appeared in the Sonic the Hedgehog and its 2 follow-up installments. He has a long history of taking on iconic characters such as the Grinch and The Grinch Stole Christmas, but has been seen less frequently on screen in recent years. Yeah, because he's getting old. So Before Jurassic World Dominion, Trevorrow directed The Book of Henry, Jurassic World, and the indie Safety Not Guaranteed. Why does The Book of Henry sound vaguely familiar?
It sounds familiar to me too, but
I don't. Hang on.
Yeah, 2017 coming of age sort of movie, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see this.
Yeah, yeah. Now I mention it, I don't think I did either. A movie called The Book of Henry. Yeah, it looks like some kid with like a terminal cancer or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like award bait sort of movie.
Yeah. Well,
Though
at any rate. Yeah, so I guess this. I mean, here's the thing: it might just die on the vine again, like it did 3 times already. So
Cool.
maybe you guys get your wish. Maybe this won't have to see the light of day. But again, nostalgia farming is kind of the name of the game now. So
yeah,
it might be unavoidable.
There's no amount of nostalgia that you can sell me that will get me to go to a theater for nostalgia. It has to be well done nostalgia.
That's all anyone really wants. Yeah. To be fair, the nostalgia plan would work if what they were making with that nostalgia was good.
If it actually gave me what I'm nostalgic for, yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of the tragedy of the whole situation is that if they actually did it well, this would absolutely be doing numbers for them. Kidding me?
Does anybody else hear the static in him?
yeah, he's
Okay,
yeah,
I was thinking it was just my
Oh, sorry.
internet.
Hang on. I've been having some issues with the mic again lately.
I would say I suspect subversion, but
Yeah.
with Jim Carrey is one of the lead characters, and especially in the recent movies he's been there, actually he does very well in them. Maybe they won't subvert it this time, but I'm not too hopeful in that one.
Well, so Jim Carrey, again, I do think he is a good actor. I'm not arguing against you on that, Rada. I just don't want to see him as George Jetson. I can't rightly see Jim Carrey and think a really good family man.
No?
No, I don't think he's ever.
I mean, he did a really good job in The Truman Show.
That amazing movie.
Yeah, but he
And
wasn't married.
I
And there was a little bit of that in like Liar Liar.
Yeah, he was a really good father in Liar Liar. Now you
No,
are
he was a
sound
terrible father in Liar Liar.
Yeah,
and he
I-
became an okay dad.
You're in an air
as
tunnel.
A father in Liar Liar.
Yeah.
And he became a better father by the end. Let's put it that way. But I mean, I think that's the thing is he is one of those few comedic actors that I think could pull off. Because I mean, that's the problem is it has to be a comedic actor. It has to be someone who understands comedy timing, but at the same time, it has to be someone who understands. And I guess that's where I have the problem with him is he has a tendency to be that little bit over the top when he does his comedy, but at the same time, he does have the ability to embody a cartoonish figure just through being him. So he's got a balance that says part of me says yeah, he could probably do it, and another part of me wonders if he could pull back just enough to make it right.
Yeah, my question would be because like from what I remember of watching
How's
the
the back of that tunnel?
Oh, am I still having issues? Fuck.
Different. You're using the wrong mic. It sounds like.
Echo. Oh,
Well, and something else that's weird to me
Now
too
you can't
is
hear
like
me at all.
it sounded like, or at least it sounded like I thought I had heard something to the effect that like the Eggman in the Sonic movies was the last role that Jim Carrey was going to take on.
Yeah, that's what he said.
we hear that so many times, and then they make another movie, and he says he's going to be in it.
Yeah, that's
Still
fair.
can't hear you.
Oh. No, nothing.
No, we hear you. I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Now your
yeah.
lips are just
Alright,
off
so we'll
when
go.
you talk. That's weird.
Shouldn't be too big of a deal. though.
I don't. Yeah. Unfortunately, I
just
can't
don't
do much
look at
about
the screen because otherwise it'll irritate me.
that. That's fair. But hang on. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my thing was like from what I remember of the Jetsons, like George himself wasn't really like as animated a guy as some of the other characters. Like his role was kind of more of a straight man.
Mhm.
You know,
I mean, he had his
like
moments.
he'd get put into like, you know, weird situations and shit, and most of the comedy of it was like his frustrations dealing with the stupid shit that happened around him.
Yeah, I mean,
So I don't know if like
that's the thing.
Carrie's overly animated style would like quite fall in line with that.
There are times when he would have
He's never really been
to
like a
have the
straight man.
animated thing going, and then there are other times when he would have to kind of be the straight man. So the question really is, could he
Can he be the
hold
straight
it
man?
to those times when he needs to have the actual animation? I mean, because there are obviously, I mean, there's and that's the other thing, is there are physical gags that he would have to do, and at his age, I don't see him doing them. There's so much going into it, but at the same time, I can't think of anybody at all
Well,
that would
to
fit
be-
George Jetson.
to be fair with age and animation, because like the Jetsons, the show, especially with like the Hanna-Barbera of that time, like they did have some zaniness and movement, but a lot of them were very stiff due to the production of the time. Like they're not like Looney Tunes.
Right.
So that if his age has any issue there in terms of like being animated and be able to pull back on it, his age could, at least in a very minor way, could potentially actually add to it in that context. But
well, I'm thinking
again, the
of
pullback
physical
thing, though.
gags, such as at the very beginning of the show, you see George poured out of the bed onto a conveyor belt.
Oh yeah, that is true.
That kind of stuff.
But then again, he is in the Sonic movies though. I don't know if anything happens in those with that.
I think he mostly just dances around in those.
I mean, if it's no old dude dancing around, they probably has at least some flexibility then. Anyways,
It's less about the flexibility and more about the impact. Because there are a number of gags with
yeah,
George
okay, yeah, I know
where
what you're
he's,
talking about. I know what you're
thrown
talking
into
about. Yeah.
walls or dropped off of something or
I think also they just had the
Dexter-
problem. They just don't have anybody remotely comedic as fucking Jim Carrey at just average, really. Now
You know what? For those bits, Rada, what they should do is that old trick they used to do for like live action shows with the gags like that. Just grab the ragdoll and throw them around. I think we need to bring back the ragdoll gags.
No,
That shit was
If
hilarious.
done right, it could even be funnier, but they have to do it really well.
I mean, that's the thing. Ragdolls are not hard to make funny.
No.
I
They're
mean, you
not.
could do obviously do a body double or whatever, but I don't know.
Mhm.
To me, it feels like they'd be better off finding someone more appropriate. But I can't think of anybody. that
Well, I
would
also just think
actually fit it.
we kind of touched it a little bit earlier. The problem is they just having a problem finding actors anybody gives two shits about.
I mean, the big problem is they don't want to give a chance to anybody. I'm sure there's actually somebody out there who could do a fantastic job. The problem is they don't have an Instagram with 1.2 million followers, and they haven't been in a movie with Zendaya, and
That's satirical.
and honestly, Zendaya's gonna end up being Jane. I hate it.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing is that like in recent years, Hollywood's just been becoming more and more and more nepotistic, where it's like random, nobody knows who they are. Actors don't really like get chances anymore to make names for themselves in Hollywood.
I mean, Hollywood has always been nepotistic. Always.
Oh yeah.
There's always been a huge nepotistic component, but they're so much worse now.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll work to their detriment as more and more indie movies start coming out and just thrashing them entirely.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
especially since there are some people in the indie movies who have done really well. I mean, the entire cast of Obsession, not exactly well-known people, except for the fact I think the guy who played Ian, the son of somebody famous, I don't remember his last name, but I think he was related to somebody. But I mean, Indy Navarrete, nobody really knew who she was. She apparently had a streaming channel, and I have no idea who the actor for Bear was.
I don't have an actor. I'm just
Yes,
me.
you have an actor.
Oh no.
Mm.
Tom
Yeah, that's
Wilson?
wild. But hey, I guess we'll see how it goes, or if it even goes at all.
Yeah, because this might not happen. We'll wait.
Hopefully it dies.
Yep. I
Kinda,
agree.
yeah.
But it's gonna be if that trailer happens, we got to react to it on the podcast for Rada specifically.
You
Got-
guys
got
just
it, got
wanna
it.
Yell is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Listen, Rada. Listen. It's not that we want to hear you yell specifically, okay?
I do.
That we want entertaining content for the viewers. Listen, Rada, it's all about the content at the
Why
end of
does
the
it
day.
seem like that when I'm mad is when people are most entertained?
I just enjoy suffering.
Well, there could be reasons for that. Yes.
Yeah. Are you familiar with local thumb person? Fucking what's his name? God damn it!
Local thumb person? What?
Fucking
What?
God damn it! For the life of me, I can't remember his name. Oh, Heel versus Babyface.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you call him local thumb person?
I don't know,
Because
but it's
he's
kinda
bald and his
good.
head looks like a thumb. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
But
aware.
but
of
like
Babyface.
you're aware of like the main draw that people typically come to him for, yes?
Because he's British?
No, because he gets very loud and angry often. And I figure like we can kind of fit you into that same niche.
Yeah.
I feel like we can make that angle work for us, Rada.
Do you have any idea how much time you're gonna be spending finding things that you think might make me mad?
Mm.
Don't worry, Jazz. We can make this into its own roguelite experience.
Yeah.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
The Rada Rage roguelite.
Oh my god. I quit. I'm leaving. I don't know how you guys are fucking shutting down the stream, but I'm done. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I love it. I fucking love it. That's a good one. Okay, all right. Why don't we get ready to wind down? There was one more story I wanted to talk about, and it apparently revolves around a good old friend of ours. Except he's not a friend of ours. We don't actually know him, but I like this guy because he makes good music. It's old Marty O'Donnell. You know, the old composer for Halo. I'm sure you all recognize the name. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be depressed.
It seems poor Marty's having a bit of a time of it in terms of a scheduled appearance at a convention called SAC Anime. Perhaps you guys have heard a little bit about what's going on with all that?
Yep.
Yeah. So apparently, SAC Anime has reportedly disinvited Halo composer Marty O'Donnell from a Halo 25th anniversary reunion, with the decision linked to concerns that LGBTQ plus staff about being around him. He was disinvited because LGBTQ plus staff wouldn't feel comfortable being in the same vicinity. O'Donnell had previously been announced as a guest for SAC Anime's Summer 2026 alongside other Halo veterans. Now, one has to wonder why they would feel quite so threatened by this man in his, I don't know, what, 60s, looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Because his music reminds them of the presence of God.
You know, as far as things that aren't the answer to the question, I think that's already my favorite. That's going to be hard to top. That's hard to top, man. That's a good one. Whew, I love it. But actually, I did find a Geeks and Gamers article that goes into a little more detail, so we can have ourselves a quick look over here. So, Halo composer and Republican congressional candidate. Wait, really?
Yeah, he's
Oh
running
shit!
for- in Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, so that's what their issue is. He's a Republican.
Mhm.
Obviously, the LGBTQ plus IA, whatever the fuck, would not be big fans of Mr. O'Donnell. Says he has been disinvited from the upcoming SAC Anime convention after LGBTQ staff members reportedly objected to his appearance over his political comments. Comments that were previously portrayed by a Kamala Harris-aligned social media account as calling for the persecution of LGBTQ plus people. There is one significant problem with that characterization. O'Donnell never called the LGBTQ plus people to be persecuted in the comments being cited. Really? Are you telling me leftists made shit up to hate someone about? Man, I don't know, man. That sounds a bit far-fetched to me. I feel like that's something they would never do.
Right.
I can imagine.
Okay.
Hmm.
Have a bridge.
Well, let's have a look here because we do have a screenshot of the tweet. Let's see. I'm very disappointed that Sec Anime has disinvited me from a Halo 25th reunion at their conference next month. If you thought we defeated cancel culture in 2024, guess again. I mean, to be fair, I think it's in its death throes, but yeah, it is hanging on annoyingly in a few places. Yeah. Hey Marty, the promoter for Sec Anime, has shared that his LGBTQ staff does not feel comfortable if you attend the event. Based on your recently reported statements of the political campaign, they have to rescinded their invitation to not cause any further staff upset. Who the fuck is writing the what? I mean, I guess you kind of get the general level of mental acumen from this, but like, man, holy shit. Oh god. Anyway, O'Donnell revealed his removal from the convention on Expos Tuesday, August 11th. And again, we just read through all that. From a Bungie composer whose work alongside Michael Salvarotti helped create the iconic sound of the Halo franchise, included a screenshot of a message explaining why his invitation had apparently been rescinded. The promoter from Sec Anime has shared that we just read through all that as well. It continues, the wording recently reported statements is particularly notable given the controversy that erupted around O'Donnell's comments less than a month ago. Let me see here what Marty O'Donnell actually said. On July 17th, the verified headquarters account on X, formerly associated with the Kamala Harris campaign's Kamala HQ operation, posted a clip of O'Donnell appearing on the WDW Pro Show. The account made an explosive accusation against him. Unearthed, Trump-endorsed Nevada GOP candidate Marty O'Donnell calls for persecuting LGBTQ people and treating them as an existential threat. What the fuck? Okay, hang on. Unearthed. Headquarters claimed, but that is not what O'Donnell says in the relevant comments, as can be seen in the video player below.
All that money flowing in to help democratic socialism win.
Sorry,
you have a very different vision for the future for the country. And I think if people had been listening to you inside Bungie would be in a better place. What do you think might be a better place for America going forward than what we are watching from some sections of—
Also, wait, is one of these guys a fucking VTuber?
Yeah, it looks like it. PNG tuber.
Like, that is, oh wow, that is not what I would have expected.
Jonas Campbell?
Like, something like this. What the fuck?
We're reaching that, yeah. This seems right.
Oh, that's great. And you can tell it's an AI created one too. That's great. That's fun.
The East and West Coast.
Okay. So let's hear what he said.
I talk about an existential threat. This is where we are right now. We are on the cliff looking down into the abyss. And the abyss is Marxism. It's anti-Western philosophy. There's a weird alliance of all these groups that are, like to pretend like they're oppressed. So the LGBTQ plus people, the Islamists, the Marxists, they're all together now.
All of that money.
I mean, I ain't hear anything wrong in what he said. Also, when you fucking make a goddamn like flyer for your thing, just saying socialism is pride, I mean, what is anyone supposed to think when you see this shit? Like, come the fuck on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Socialism is gay.
Man. Well, yeah, you're not wrong either. But I mean, we're gonna have to disinclude you from your invitation to the next podcast.
I was gonna say the context of why when he said they're trying to say that he says that it's they're an existential threat. Why they don't mention the socialist part?
Yeah, or the Marxist part, or any of that, right? Like literally,
that's
just
why they're afraid more than the LGBT part. The fact that communists aren't people, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah.
And there you go. Speaking about what he views as an ideological threat facing Western society, O'Donnell said, so that all we just listened to. Whatever one thinks of O'Donnell's argument, headquarters didn't simply criticize his words, it attributed a position to him that he did not express. Most glaringly, O'Donnell does not call for persecuting LGBTQ plus people anywhere in the quoted remarks. There's no call for persecution of anyone at all. Furthermore, O'Donnell explicitly identifies the abyss he is discussing as Marxism and anti-Western philosophy. Which, yeah, is a fucking problem, so fair enough. Headquarters post transforms that argument into the considerably more inflammatory allegation that O'Donnell wants LGBTQ plus people persecuted and considers them specifically an existential threat. Yeah, that's some fucking word twisting bullshit if I've ever seen it in my life. Dear God. And it's so... I mean, you know what? I was going to say it's so weird because you can actually just look up what he actually said so easily and find what actually happened. But at the same time, this shit worked on, the ones that are already in. Yeah. It worked very easily on those who were already indoctrinated and cultified. So, I mean, well, I guess a slow effort is all it really takes at this point to
keep going. Not necessarily the indoctrinated people this is supposed to target, because they're going to follow no matter what. It's supposed to target people who just don't really read much into it, or even if they would and do kind of care, they don't have time to. Like even myself, like lately, I've been trying to, despite my recent Twitter post before those, I've been trying to just avoid politics because at this point, with anything political, the pattern recognition is the same as a child predicting what shape goes in the square hole. Like, it's very obvious. I've been trying to avoid it, and because I just don't have the energy. You got full job, full everything, responsibilities. That's what they're really preying on, because that's the middle ground that actually matters. And that's if I have 30% and I need another 30% to get a majority, or 21%, then that's the people I'm targeting. I'm not targeting 30% that are already with me. You're not targeting your own fan base. You're targeting convincing other people.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of curious, as far as, because this is the video they put on their actual tweet. Did they fucking cut up?
Well, that money flowing in to help democratic socialism win. You have a very different vision for the future for the country.
I'm kind of curious, they cut out.
I think if people have been listening to you inside Bungie would be in a better place. What do you think might be a better place for America going forward than what we are watching from some sections of the East and West Coast?
I talk about an existential threat. This is where we are right now. We are on the cliff, looking down into the abyss, and the abyss is Marxism. It's anti-Western philosophy. There's a weird Islamists, the Marxists. They're all together.
Okay, well, at the very least, it didn't seem like they actually fucked with the clip itself. But the way that with the lead up into the clip, kind of, I suppose, is what they use to kind of color the clip itself, right?
Well, also, you just have people that kind of blend the criteria of LGBT and socialism together, even though they're not mutually inclusive in that regard.
Those are two very different statements. This isn't simply an online fight involving an iconic video game composer. O'Donnell is currently the Republican nominee for Nevada's 3rd congressional district. After winning the Republican primary in June, he will face Democratic incumbent Representative Susie Lee in November. Reuters characterized Nevada 03 is a key battleground district that could play a role in determining control of the House of Representatives. Donald also received President Donald Trump's endorsement during the Republican primary. Okay. And if Trump is involved, then they think this guy's like a fucking servant of the devil. So, because they think Trump is the devil. So, yeah, there's that all. President Trump describes O'Donnell as a world-class composer and entrepreneur while giving him his complete and total endorsement. Political context makes the headquarters post much more consequential than an ordinary social media dispute. An account with roots in Democratic presidential campaign messaging made a highly inflammatory claim about an opposing party's congressional candidate. And now O'Donnell is reporting professional consequences stemming from his recently reported statements. In an exclusive statement provided to Geeks and Gamers, O'Donnell revealed that his appearance at SAC Anime had been in the works since January, and said the convention had even asked him to record a promotional video for the event just 2 weeks before his invitation was rescinded. O'Donnell also directly addressed the controversy surrounding his existential threat remarks, arguing that his comments had been twisted by his political opponents and alleged that his removal from SAC Anime was ultimately motivated by his Republican congressional campaign. Sorry. Let's see. In January, I was invited to attend a Halo reunion at SAC Anime over Labor Day weekend in Sacramento, California. I was excited to attend with so many stars, including Jen Taylor and Steve Dawns, to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Halo with all of our fans. Even asked me to record a video. This weekend I was told was being disinvited because I called Marxism an existential threat.
Which it is.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I was going to say, it's like, well, I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
where's the lie, right? They have removed me from their website and deleted all their posts on social media promoting my appearance. My existential threat comment has been twisted by my political opponents a lot over the last few weeks, and anyone who saw the video knows that to be true. That is why I know it's not why I have been pulled from SAC Anime. I was pulled because I am a Republican candidate for office. Funny enough, SAC Anime's decision proves my point. Silencing the opposition is a key component of Marxism, and that is one reason why Marxism is an existential threat to our country. I genuinely believe we had to put an end to cancel culture after the 2024 election, but that was just the end to what AOC called Woke 1 earlier this week. Woke 2 is here, and it is just as eager to silence and destroy conservatives as Woke 1. Unfortunately for them, I can't be silenced. I'll continue to use my voice to speak out against the threats our country faces, especially from Marxists who seek to destroy the United States. Yeah, and it's like, here's the thing that always gets me with shit like this, because it's like, if you were talking about like the other side of the aisle on this, you know, the conservatives or Republicans, all that shit, like they never really go out of their way to try to bar like the other side of the argument from like any sort of physical gathering like this, right? Like if it was the Republicans running the fucking anime convention, and they found out a bunch of you know, fucking LGBTQ Marxists, socialists, or whatever were showing up, right? They probably wouldn't give enough of a shit to say they can't come. This shit never goes the other way. It's always just this,
Well,
right? So it's like,
that's
all right,
not entirely
Republican, you
true.
can't come.
I mean, it didn't get nearly as much like
Hmm.
effect, but there was that for a while there. The Republicans were fighting against Republicans, the non-retarded people were fighting against the drag queen story time stuff.
Oh, they still
Okay,
are, for the most part.
but
Yeah.
okay, but that one's kind of a fair point, man. Like
Well-
that one's a much fairer point than the one
Well-
they're trying to make against.
No.
against
That's
Obama.
both sides are guilty. That's how that works.
Well, to be fair, they not only would they allow give them a space to do their thing, but they would also, in most cases, try to kick out the individuals who are causing a scene.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just I see different attacks from the opposing sides, and it makes me want to lean one way over the other. That's all I'm gonna say. O'Donnell's statement also provided additional context to the timeline. According to him, SAC Anime wasn't merely planning his appearance months in advance. The convention was still actively promoting his participation and requesting promotional material from him as recently as 2 weeks ago. And that's when a bunch of staff members started crying and bitching and moaning, and then this whole fucking thing. Jen Taylor had already promoted O'Donnell's appearance. O'Donnell's removal came after his participation in the Halo reunion had already been publicly promoted by another major figure from the franchise. Jen Taylor, the longtime voice actress behind Cortana, previously posted a video to Instagram discussing the upcoming SAC Anime reunion and expressing her excitement that O'Donnell would be joining her and several other Halo cast members at the convention. I mean, we don't have to watch that whole thing. She did it. We know it. Okay, moving on. O'Donnell has since been removed from SAC Anime's website. For a celebration of Halo's 25th anniversary, O'Donnell was hardly an incidental guest. Yeah, again, this is the fucking guy who made the theme for Halo, right? Like, that's the fact that they would actually be willing to axe him over the complaints of essentially just a bunch of whiny bitch babies. Like, for the 25th anniversary, man, that's a hell of a
really
choice.
Should have gone the other way when people were like, "We don't feel safe." It's like, well, then you can walk. You don't have to be here.
Well, you could summarize everybody's words as talking here right now in the typical picture of their developers when Halo started. Picture of their developers now.
Oh yeah,
Sums up everything.
I mean, the worst part of this, in my opinion, it isn't that the attendees have a problem with it. It's literally that the people working, the staff have a problem.
Yes, the
so
photo.
what you're telling me is because the staff has a problem with him, then all the attendees who are planning to come to see him and the rest of the cast can't see him now because the attendees had a problem, or because the staff had a problem. So I'm going to bet money that people actually paid, or I would bet money that people actually paid because they thought they were going to get to see him along with the rest of the group, and now they're not.
Yeah. Let's see. Misrepresenting O'Donnell's words has real consequences. The issue here isn't whether O'Donnell's political opponents like his views. The issue is whether those opponents accurately represented what he said. They did not. O'Donnell argued the Western society faces an ideological threat from Marxism and anti-Western philosophy, and described what he sees as an alliance between LGBT activists, Islamists, Marxists. Headquarters transformed that argument into I mean, we already went over all that. Entirely different meaning against them whatsoever. Marxism, that we already kind of went over earlier in the article. Yet the much more inflammatory slinging on social media, the all-in argument, so I see who accurately quoting people matters. This isn't really a disagreement over political rhetoric anymore. Demonstrably more inflammatory version of Donald Marx enter the conversation. We're kind of going around in circles here with this article a bit, but whatever second made things to Donald's politics, it should be making decisions based on what he actually said, not on words that somebody else put in his mouth. Yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it right there. And more than that, they shouldn't be giving this much power to their fucking part-timers to let them decide what big names get to show up to the convention, especially for an event like this big. Again, 25th anniversary of Halo, one of the greatest gaming series in history. And the guy who gave it its sound, like a large part of its identity. That fucking song again became like a cultural movement around that game, right? You have motherfuckers in high school bathrooms singing that shit. Like,
I remember the Halo 3 release night.
Yeah, exactly. It's unbelievable that they actually bent the knee on this one.
Side note, I'm retarded. It was the staff that complained about this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Ignore the last comments because I'm retarded, because I was thinking developer things. Anyways.
No, you're good. I mean, because again, we already saw that they had videos from like the actors and whoever else was involved with the game itself. They were excited to like get to see him again, and some fucking idiots fucked that up for everybody, for them, for the fans, for O'Donnell himself. Everyone but themselves, I guess. They got what they wanted, and everybody else has to fucking choke on it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's how this shit goes.
They just can't handle it.
More appropriate picture would be the meme of I consent, I don't. That'd be more appropriate.
Yeah, there you go. There you fucking go. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the major stories. And we are getting close to wind down time, so we should probably start getting ready to call it a night. Everyone agree?
Yep, sounds good.
Indeed.
All right, cool. Then let's figure out what our title's going to be. We did get a fair amount of good ones here, I think.
Alrighty, where's the thing?
I'm looking at the wrong.
Podcast title ideas.
Oh,
I
I like the prostate early access.
Yeah,
fair enough. My first vote is for Rod Rage Roguelite.
I like that one too.
I hate you all.
2-1.
I go prostate early access.
Yeah, we put up 4 and then the audience votes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll put those two in. Poison to Nostalgia Milk, I think, is pretty strong.
Rada, since we are directly hitting against you, which one do you personally want?
Remember, the Jazz's prostate one's already in there, so.
Yeah, we can only milk that once per hour or so.
Yeah. There's a bear one in there.
I'm
though,
going to
if you wanna
leave
take that one.
milking Jazz's prostate to you, Bear.
What the fuck? Ugh. Horrible thing to say.
I got your back, bro, but not quite like that.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, but yeah, Rod, are there any of those that you were in particular leaning towards, or?
Not really.
Okay.
No, fair enough.
We still need one more though.
One more, okay. I mean, I guess we take the Fazbear one for the thumbnail.
Yeah, I think that
cohesion.
probably-
Okay.
All right.
Fazbear
I
Sales
have
of
a
America.
strong feeling. I know which one's gonna win out of those four.
Are we able to vote, or is it just
I don't know,
audience?
man. I
You
feel
can
like
vote.
Poison
You just
Nostalgia.
go to
Okay.
the YouTube chat and you can vote.
Got it.
Yeah.
I already
I
voted.
still feel like Poison Nostalgia Milk is a strong contender here.
That's fair.
But with that said, Rada, do we have any questions we can answer? Or
I believe we have one question from
okay,
Neo GX33, and
Mhm.
he's got, "What is your most fondle remembered childhood video game?"
my most fondled childhood video game.
Remembered, your most fondle remembered.
My most
Just
fondled
fondled.
remembered.
Yeah,
I
fondle
think
remembered.
I assume fondly. I think
Yeah,
that is
I know. I
The
know.
game I most fondled. I don't know. There was the triangle titties on Lower Croft. Does that count?
I mean,
Only
there
if
was
you have the
probably a lot of
statue.
fondling there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
what. Oh, okay. When do you count as far as childhood?
I would say anything before you're 18.
All I could think was that fucking Flash Kids video of Final Fantasy VII. It's like, oh, watch out for those pointy bits.
All right. Well, okay. Let me think about that then.
Most fondly remembered childhood game.
Apparently, this is going to take a lot of thought, guys.
Yeah, because I
It's
mean, I
not.
liked the games as a kid. I don't
If
know.
anybody has any, I can go on mine and get mine out of the
Yeah,
way.
go ahead and give
Oh,
yours
no.
first.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
No, my number one childhood game is always Zelda Majora's Mask. I always liked it.
That's
A lot of
that's a strong one.
these, it kind of informed my. Oddly, strangely enough, as a kid, it's just like a fun game with like a weird atmosphere. But as I get older and older, I start thinking like, a lot of my thoughts on the world kind of come from this game in the context of, it's the end of the world. How do you relate to it? Almost like an existential sort of thing. How to deal with death and things like that. And I still enjoy the game. I like going back on randomizers as well. But yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh, shit.
Either of you two?
Yeah, there's a lot of games I have a lot of fondness for and nostalgia. But honestly, the one that I think probably wins out is going to be Digimon World 1. It's just a game that I played a ton when I was a kid. And
Is it PlayStation 1?
Yep.
Okay.
played with other family members, and it just was, I don't know, it's comforting. It was always comforting. So,
Totally fair.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably have to say Kingdom Hearts, the first one, because like as I mentioned earlier that like my mom's is a Disney mom, right? And obviously we had a lot of Disney films, and I kind of became a Disney kid in that regard, right? I loved those old Disney films, like Aladdin and Tarzan, all the old good ones, and then this game comes along, and it's like, oh, you play as this kid who like goes to all these Disney worlds and hangs out with all these Disney characters, and have a cool adventure and all that shit. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. That's amazing. Oh my god, it's so fucking cool. Like, all that shit, right? And like that game just kind of like that whole series just kind of like followed me as I moved through my childhood, like from the like late grade school years up until like high school, right? And it's like, I had like my I still have my little Kingdom Hearts like crown beanie that I wear sometimes. I used to wear a little like crown necklace for like several years. I had like little keychains of keyblades and shit, et cetera, right? So it's a big part of my childhood, and I still appreciate that game for that. I mean, I'm not as excited about Kingdom Hearts as I used to be because the series kind of fell off, in my opinion. But back then, it was exciting. And I think back to like how much I enjoyed playing through that game and Kingdom Hearts 2, especially when I was a kid. So probably that one, I would say. What about you, Rada?
I'm trying to figure out between a few different ones is my problem. Like one of the first ones I remember that I really loved was Shining Force, which was a tactical.
That's a pull.
well, one of the. What is the game style called? Well, it's an RPG, but what's the other style called?
Like
The-
oh wait,
Like
what's the concept?
RTS?
Because
No.
was Shining Force like
Hold
hang
on, what
on.
game? What game?
Shining Force.
Shining
It's a
Force.
tactical
Okay,
role-playing
okay.
game, guys.
Yeah, it's a tactical kind of role-playing game because you had to plan where everybody was going, and you had to.
Yeah, it's like a map
hit
grid kind of
boxes
thing,
and-
where it's like a
Kinda
little
like Advance Wars.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is
Okay,
just
yeah.
called a tactical role-playing. It's like Final Fantasy Tactics or
Yeah,
Tactics.
I mean,
Okay, I got you.
almost
or-
exactly like Final Fantasy Tactics, but obviously older.
Yeah, it's Fire Emblem, etc. I mean,
Yeah.
there's-
Yeah.
predates
Fire
those
Emblem was the
back
game I was gonna bring up.
But so like I really loved that one, and I liked Shining Force 2, of course, which came after. And that's probably one of
Good
the
stealth spy work
first
for the time.
games that I really remember well from my childhood. I mean, there were other games, but that's one of them. But then there's the first game that I ever really put the effort into buying, and that's Illusions of Gaia, which was another RPG. Was kind of trippy for my age. That came out in 1993, so I was 11 years old.
I had just been born.
Yes, yes, you were just learning to exist. My husband was a whole 3 years old. And I mean, it was. I mean, there were definitely trippy things about it that were really interesting. I mean, there's a bunch of games, and sometimes I get them like overlapped in my head because sometimes I'll think of Illusions of Gaia, but I'll mix it up with Legends of La Gaia, which is an entirely different game, kind of creature capture-y kind of thing. And then of course, then you have Legends of Dragoon, which is yet an entirely different game. And I mean, there's
Yeah,
so
the
many
names
games.
got a little samey among that
Yeah,
era.
there's a lot of Legends.
Legends is yeah.
And then Gaia, La Gaia, that kind of thing. But those two, I would say, Shining Force 2, and Illusions of Gaia are the earliest ones for me. Really good, fun games
man.
that I enjoyed.
I will say, Legends of La Gaia is a fucking deep cut.
Right?
Yeah, I've never heard of that shit.
That's a good one.
I'm kind of
It's
curious.
it's not at all done. Like, it's a system that's very different
Yeah.
from anything that's
Oh, there
out
it is.
today.
Legends. Oh wow! Look at this fucking. Oh, those are Tekken 1 3D models right there. God damn.
Yeah.
They are,
boy.
but like it's the combat and like the game design that's just not you don't see anymore.
Is different, and I always liked those ones that had the different kind of style to them. It's part of why I liked Legend of Dragoon, and part of why I liked Shadow Hearts, because they were different.
Legend of Dragoon.
I'll say
That
Cyber.
should have taken off so much better than it did.
Right? Oh my God, it's so wrong that they didn't get that. It wasn't more popular, and that we didn't have like 10 of them or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. That is
Those
a
are-
game that absolutely deserved getting a remake or a remaster, more
Oh,
appropriately.
I would love to see a remaster of it so bad, but I don't trust anybody to touch it.
Yeah.
There's so many like classic RPGs on like PlayStation and shit and Super Nintendo that I've just never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
The
I
PlayStation
feel like I want to
was
play.
a huge sandbox for just super
yeah.
different kinds of RPGs and just games in general.
Yeah,
Like,
so
they
many
really-
different types.
And now Sony makes
Really
nothing
just,
but fucking movie games.
Yep.
How far we've fallen.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
So the cool
Yeah.
part about the battle system here is you had actually pick like different moves and line them up, and sometimes they would work out to be like an art, which would be a hit with special powers, and sometimes you'd just be doing like left, right, up, down kind of things. And then there was a little bit of creature capture involved too. I haven't played it in so long that I can't really give the whole rundown, but I mean, it's just a fantastic game. Those games were. That's the type of gaming I miss, I mean, they had good stories. They were innovative. It was actually a little bit open worldy too. I mean, kind of like Wild Arms had a very open world, overworld map to it too. But yeah, I mean,
That's a name I kind of recognize.
I'd hope.
Listen, how to put this? I wasn't like, because I do like RPGs, but I didn't really go in for them when I was a kid. You know, like I was more of the like, oh, run around and jump around and button mash and smack shit. And, like I wasn't like, I didn't have the patience for like turn-based combat the way I did as I got older.
That's fair.
I played shit like Donkey Kong and like Mario 64 and like Smash Bros, like the first Smash, shit like that, right? Like that. Those are the things I lean towards. I didn't go in for turn-based type games at all. Unless the only one, and it's the same one every other kid went in for, is Pokemon. As like the only turn-based game I played as a kid.
yeah.
And back then, Pokemon games were decent, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
Hey,
all that
for
good
being
stuff
fair.
going on back then. Now, not so much. And yeah, Shadow Hearts leaned heavily into horror. Yeah, the Shadow Heart. I mean, I wouldn't say it was that uncommon, but the way Shadow Hearts did it was different in comparison to a lot of others. For sure.
I
But
gotcha.
it looks like we have our title.
Cool. What are we going with?
We are accessing Jazz's prostate.
Yes.
Did anything
Early
else
access.
get votes?
Yes, Rada's
Okay.
Rage Roguelite got a vote, and the Fazbear Revitalization Project also got some votes. But it was 71-14-14.
Okay. Well,
Well, I mean, hey, it is what it is. We all get our turn, don't we?
oh well,
It's
you're
your
getting a lot of turns apparently.
I suppose I walked into that.
Well, someone walked into it.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Are you done?
No. Yeah,
Alright.
for now, but I'll start up again later. Tractory and all that.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, at any rate, Rada, what's coming up for the week?
I'm doing nothing tomorrow. I am going to do my daily show Thursday, Friday. I should be streaming Thursday night, and of course, I can't continue doing Pow World on a stream right now. I need to finish Neo 3 because honestly,
Oh.
Neo 3 is coming out with a
DLC already?
Yeah, and they've had one slated for since release. I mean, they said they were going to come out with one in September since they released the game, and I am not going to play very likely the DLC yet anyway. But I would still at least like to have beaten the game before it comes out. You know, I got to be getting close. I've been told like 3 or 4 bosses from the end or something.
Matter of
So-
pride kind of thing, right?
Yeah, well, just I should have it wrapped up by now, and then I will start playing. Then I'm actually going to play Shadow Hearts on stream. So if anybody wants to see an old retro kind of, I think that was PlayStation 2.
Shadow Hearts?
I think so.
You might be right. Might be very early PS2.
Let me double check. Yeah, PS2.
You are correct.
Yes, I thought so.
I like the way this little guy runs up on you.
Yeah, well, the game really is a lot of fun. It's one of those ones that if you're into emulation at all, I recommend giving a shot. So, but yeah, so I will be doing that, and well, yeah. So I'll be playing Neo 3 Thursday. I will be doing 7 Days to Die Friday. Saturday I may not stream because I'm finally going to be getting fiber internet,
Oh.
and they're going to come and
Nice.
install that.
God, I
So-
wish I could get some fiber internet going.
I'm excited about that. So there may not be any streaming on Saturday, and I should do an evening stream on Sunday, and then more of the daily ramblings on Monday and Tuesday, and then I'll be back here again Tuesday night.
Sounds good. All right, and Mr. Voss, if you'd like to once more tell the people about yourself, and if you have anything coming up they should be checking out.
Check those links in the description.
Yes, you can find me at Blaphomett on Twitter as well as Twitch. I off and on with streaming, but I might get back into it here soon. You find what my pixel art, anything I'm developing, or just me rambling like a madman on fucking X. Also, I'm going to leave one more thing. Fuck you, Fred Durst, because I know he was in chat earlier.
Okay.
Well, maybe he's probably just rolling on by now, so I wouldn't worry too much about him.
Oh, sorry, my thing wasn't ready. There we go.
No, you're good.
All right.
Yeah, don't worry about Fred Durst. He keeps rolling, so he's probably gone by now. And
No, not that Fred Durst.
Oh, different Fred Durst.
He's
There's more than one?
He's a friend I've known since high school, and I tell him "fuck you" every time he pops in anywhere.
Yeah, that sounds about
Good
right for
choice.
friends.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's
You're welcome to say it as well.
That's got to be an interesting life though, being named Fred Durst and not being that Fred Durst.
Yep.
Anyway, as far as yours truly is concerned, tomorrow I think Pal World tomorrow. I need to figure out I think I want to start something new soon, but I'm not sure what. I need to look back through my libraries and see if there's something I want to play through on stream that I haven't really given any time to yet. Because I pick up things on the monthly free stuff and maybe Steam sales and whatnot. Just shit I haven't bothered to actually play. The Steam sale one had definitely being the more egregious of those libraries. But yeah, we'll see. I'll look through what I got and we'll make a plan. But probably definitely some Pal World tomorrow, and then I'll figure out where we're going from there. I mean, obviously Thursday night is Rivals with the crew. Bear here involved as well. Yeah, we got to play fucking what's his name? The Hood. The Hood came out, so we got to play the Hood. And I'm sure people are sick of auto locking him by now anyway, so shouldn't be an issue because he is a tank, so he'll be free essentially. But anyway, yeah, that's about it as far as things you know about. I mean, obviously we'll be back here next week, Tuesday night, same time, to talk about what we've been up to in terms of reading, watching, and playing, and obviously pop culture news, whatever should happen between now and then, however much that could really be realistic. We'll be talking about it. So please feel free to swing back by and check us out then. Until that point, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate you all watching. Make sure to go get something to eat, something to drink. Make sure to get some fucking sleep, all right? I know all you got a fucked up sleep schedule. Just take care of yourselves. And till we all meet again, we'll see you later. Good night, everybody.
Toodles mortals.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's funny.
I know.